producer, Malcolm. What is going on, everybody? We're a little late here, mainly because we're just getting a couple of pee breaks in here. Oh, here's the guy who's back from the pee break. Frankie's back. We're gonna get a final bout one. We're gonna get a final bout one in here, where we're gonna talk about final bout and probably some other stuff. What are we gonna do? I was playing around with it. But yeah, sit tight.
Hello.
Yeah. Are the mics on?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
The mics
Wow!
is-
Welcome
the mics is
everybody to
hot.
the Faction After Hours podcast. We got a full room today.
Just look at Princess. She goes, "Why am I here?"
We have Princess on the pod for the first time.
Yep, first time ever.
Hello.
We got Mr. Wine in the corner.
Mr.
Some of
Wine.
you might know who that is.
AKA Johnny, AKA Evo 10, AKA
Last name not being said.
Yeah,
No, we're not gonna say the last name. And then
Yeah.
Frankie and Carl, whatever.
Yeah,
But
just us.
Whatever.
we are fresh off a trip from Final Bout. Literally all of us in this room, including Mr. Wine. So we're gonna talk about our experience here. What did you guys enjoy? Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
I loved it.
I fucking loved every minute of it.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was a great time. What about you, Princess?
The best part was the airplane ride. 2.5 hours, baby.
That was short as fuck.
I was like, no, that motherfucker was definitely speeding.
No,
We
you
got
guys
there-
said you guys got there
Average
40 minutes
speed,
early.
800
Yo, how
miles
many
an hour.
minutes?
40. We were late.
That's my boy.
Yeah, I was looking at the thing on Friday morning or whatever. I was like, they're getting there 40 minutes early. I don't know how that's even possible. But
You put the foot down to the pedal.
yep, yeah, just pedal to the metal in the plane.
Ass are screaming.
Johnny, how did you get there this week?
I drove.
You drove.
and-
You drove
How
what?
was that?
I drove. I drove with Josh and drove his truck.
How?
And
When did you guys leave?
we left my house at like 2:30
In the morning?
Morning?
Yeah, on Wednesday, 2:30 a.m.
And what time did you land?
3ish.
Oh wow.
Oh. Wow, you guys went straight.
You guys
to
no
in
Chicago.
stops?
To Chicago.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got there at like 3ish.
Yeah, we
4ish.
left like 4 hours later. Right?
We stopped to get gas.
Yeah, Frankie was like, I told Frankie, I'm like, yo, we're gonna leave at 5:30, and he's like, all right, I'll see you at 5:30ish. And then the next morning he shows up at my house at 7. I almost didn't
And
even.
he was asleep.
I was asleep, but then I woke up. I missed like 1 or 2 calls.
I
from
pull
him.
up, I call him. I'm like, he's gonna be so mad. And I call him.
You
no
should have just
answer.
walked in.
I'm like, is he actually asleep? And then he comes out and he says, I went to bed an hour ago.
Yeah, I was so fucked
Why?
up.
Why did you do that?
I was trying to time it so that when I got in Frankie's passenger seat, that I would just pass out. But
smart.
what ended up happening was
He
I
stayed up the entire time.
entire time hanging out with Frankie because I was so excited.
Yeah.
That's that crackhead
That's how it is
energy.
every
I don't
time.
got
though.
that.
Dude, like what? Like I see pictures of like Tom and Jake and like Josh asleep, and I'm like, how the fuck are you guys sleeping? Probably because they just work like hard ass jobs and stuff, and I'm just sitting there like,
I did, but I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I just stayed up
Johnny was geeking the whole time.
off the Celsius.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we had a pretty good road trip. I mean, it wasn't. We had a stop in Fort Wayne, Indiana to interview the braking guys. So that was a nice pit stop because I feel like it was only actually 7 hours instead of 10.
That was sick. They were
Right.
so welcoming and like, yo, if they ever hear this, I need to know what brats we ate that day
Oh, yeah.
because they were so
Brats.
good.
They made us dinner.
They made us dinner.
Oh,
like,
they made it from
yeah,
scratch?
DK
No,
came
no,
with.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean-
but DK came with like a brat and a hot dog for each of us, and I was like, oh my god, this is sick. Like I'm hungry. And then they were the most delicious.
Yeah,
brats
but what
ever.
happened when we got there and you pulled around the corner and you saw all the cars?
There was so many cars there, dude.
Dude.
But all of them like the same kind of car. Like they're all rotaries and shit.
yeah.
And, like
You've seen Derek King's Instagram, right? Like all the. Like,
Yeah, he always has a bunch of
a
stuff.
bunch of cars, right?
Yeah.
So like you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So I pull up, dude. There was way more cars than you thought there were gonna be. Like
he's a
it's
hoarder.
just random.
yes.
Are they working?
I think.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I was just like on the podcast. I was like, oh, yo, Derek, how many cars do you think you've had? I know it's a pretty unrealistic question, but let me. He's like, well, me and my wife were talking about it, 22, and I'm like, 22 forever?
Total?
And he's like, oh no, I thought you meant right now. I was like, what?
Let me get one.
It's
Yeah.
like Kenneth. Yo, it's
I
like
have-
Kenneth.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Kenneth
I
is
have
like
3
that.
and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I have 2.
He's got
Where do you
22
guys store
cars.
this? You do not live in an area where you could have like 3 cars.
That's why I'm maxed out at 3.
He's got one car hidden away somewhere. He's got the
Yo,
Fit.
Johnny's got that car.
Oh shit, this mic's not even on this.
That car is coming soon because I'm horny.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
shit.
should I
I'm
leave?
telling you that
Hey.
shit. That shit is, dude. Get the 180 out. 180 for life. Yo, say it real quick.
180 for life.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then
Yeah, you guys are gonna catch that podcast. I don't know when
It's
these
on.
guys are. Oh, it is.
It's on the Patreon right now.
Boom. Well,
And if you want early access to all the podcasts we did, they're going to be on the Patreon by tomorrow.
Which I'm about to be on it. Don't worry.
yo,
I'm gonna be on
Revgasm's
it.
in the chat. Say what's up to Josh.
What up, Josh? My favorite person.
And
Favorite 180. Favorite person.
yeah, his podcast is going to be on the Patreon.
That one was
tomorrow.
hardcore, dude. I'm scared to let that one out.
Yeah, me too.
You showed emotion, and I
Frankie
Since-
showed emotion.
yeah,
Oh,
no, I
shit.
swear to God.
No,
Princess
that's
doesn't
cap.
know.
And since Josh
Was
is like in the
T-Swift playing in the
chat, it's kind of
background?
cool just because, like, now you can know. When we got in the car, I literally was like, Frankie, I'm so proud of you. You just got way outside of your comfort zone. Like, you fucking, like, was tearing
What?
up and shit. It was crazy.
He was not tearing up.
I swear.
I got choked
I
up.
No, for
swear.
real?
I
Yeah.
swear to you.
Ooh, what is
Yeah.
this on?
You got to join the Patreon.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
How much is
Really?
it?
You're gonna-
Babe,
If you guys want to
$5
see
babe, you heard
me
that?
cry, you got to join the Patreon.
Babe, you heard that?
Yeah, you want to see me
You
cry?
want to
Join
see
the
Frankie
Patreon.
cry? Pay some $5 or whatever the Patreon is.
I will
So-
pay to see him cry.
So that was the second day we were in Chicago?
Dude,
Well,
honestly,
we got there at night.
I said this. Yeah, we got there at night. And
And
I
then
was.
we went to Josh. So, yeah.
No, we went.
Yeah, we did. I know it doesn't
Oh my
feel that
God,
way, but
dude.
yeah, that
Honestly,
is
I
what
was
it-
saying this. I was like, damn, I feel like I've been gone from my house for like mad long.
You guys were though.
We
like
were gone
almost
for like a week, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. I was like, shit, I probably need to go do something at home.
Like laundry.
And then I was
Like
like,
feed your dog
I'm
or
very,
something.
very far from home.
Very far.
Yeah, but you got into some emotional shit too. during that
Yeah, I mean,
podcast.
like we got to talk about stuff that like was pretty important to me, and I feel like stuff that's not really talked about. That like, you know, people growing up with that are into cars talk about. I don't know. It's pretty fucking hardcore,
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you.
some family stuff.
Yeah,
I was just eating donuts.
you really
chocolate
did.
ones?
Yeah, they were
bought
having
these-
like a heart to heart, and I was just eating the donuts that Josh got us.
That's his that's his mechanism to.
That's
my
our
coping
Let
mechanism?
me just eat.
Yeah.
They were talking about how good these donuts were, and Frankie was like, yeah, he's grabbing donuts and stuff. We just got to get him coffee, and then I didn't get to eat a single one. I was just so like invested in our conversation. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
That's like
it
a
was,
really good one. I'm excited.
It was good.
For
The
real.
breaking one was really good too.
We got out of that, and immediately I was like, let's go.
Yeah,
Yo.
that was like, dude, that
Yeah.
top 5 podcast I've ever done.
Yeah.
Team
Yeah.
breaking, I would say that's got to be one of them.
Since mine's
Dude,
not
they
there,
didn't
it's
even know
definitely
each
a top 5.
He didn't even know. They didn't even know each other. DK was like,
Oh yeah, Derek King thought I was someone
how
else
did
this
we
whole
meet?
time.
What?
And then it
Yeah.
was like some
Points
other
were?
story.
That's what I thought, dude. We got into. It sucks that it wasn't on the podcast, but it also is good because we literally couldn't stop talking about it for like an hour because we were trying to figure out who it was. He's like, "Yeah, I came there in 2010 or 2009 to see fucking
D1.
D1," and I was like, "It wasn't me because I didn't go there." And he's like, "Nah, dude, it was you." He's like, "We went to a party at Rutgers." I'm like, "It wasn't me."
Now it's definitely
That
not.
That's
definitely was not
this,
Frankie.
this guy does not leave his house.
Yeah, I'm like, that was not me.
He's at the movie theaters, or he's at the movie theaters. Like, if he's going out, that's it.
Or Juicy Platters.
Well, the problem
yeah,
the
facts,
problem
facts.
was 2009. I didn't have a drift car, so I was like,
Did you have your license?
yeah, but I did not have a drift car, and I didn't even think about drifting. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he said it was who was it, Rob McAllister or something? And I actually had that name ran through my head, but I was like, I don't really remember what he looks like.
Do you think I'm gonna know who we're talking
So I
about?
yeah, so I didn't say anything, and then he texted me like 2 days later, and he's like, it was Rob, and I was like, fuck, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Damn, that shit was bothering him that much, huh? He was
He
like,
bothered, yeah.
he was they sitting there like,
He's like, yeah, bro, we met. He like invited us to stay the night and everything, and then halfway through or like a half hour into us meeting, he's like, wait,
I actually don't
know you. I was like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't invite me to stay.
You could literally be a serial killer. And he's
Yeah.
like, fuck, wait, actually?
Yeah, so I
We
told him, I was
rescind
like,
that
the
offer.
time we actually met was probably at Final Bout. Realistically, I mean, they drifted in 2012 or something at East Coast Bash, but I don't think I met them.
dude,
there.
I want to gather all of the homies that we met. That would be so fucking cool. Faction and friends.
Yeah, that sounds like it's something that's actually gonna happen now.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah,
are
it
so
is.
many people
Dude,
who,
I think I would thrive in that stressful anxiety environment where multiple things have to happen. Bro, get me a fucking guys, how we doing at the gate? Okay. All right. Food's good. All right.
You're
I'm ready.
gonna be like Simba at Final Bout. How does he do that shit, dude?
If I ran an event, it would be an absolute shit show.
Simba
I
literally.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think you got it.
I think
If
if
it was
you-
me running it,
yeah, I believe in you.
Dude,
the
I don't
thing.
even,
Johnny be
there'd
like,
be people
yo.
running on track naked and like I don't even, you can't have me running.
How do you
anything.
even promote doing that?
I don't know. I just know a bunch of idiots that would come to it probably and just
That's
do
what-
whatever they
see,
want.
that-
Get them drinks.
I mean, that's basically what happens anywhere we go. But
Yeah.
Why? How many people got naked on your final bout trip? Out of curiosity. Probably none.
I don't
no,
know.
We're grown now.
There was some
Naked.
sus shit that happened.
Yeah.
But no one got naked.
What?
I'm not gonna say it
about
on
it?
the podcast, but
Are you sure?
No,
Yeah, it's
It
fine.
must have been real weird.
Yo,
God,
put
it was
shit
weird,
on
but-
silent.
All right, I gotta do something. I'll be right back.
What's he doing?
I gotta get money from someone. I forgot he's coming.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Fucking
it wasn't
mob activity.
It wasn't like sus, but you had to be there
We had
to
a-
see it.
See, one of the dopest times for us, and Frankie's not going to talk about it because I don't know. No, he probably will. And he'll probably agree. Was when we picked up Malcolm and Princess from the airport. Like, it was like the whole gang. We were ready.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good feeling.
I was so excited. I probably slept for like 2.5 hours.
Like, we were ready. The world was our oyster at that point.
that
Like,
place we went to was so good. What was it called?
Fuel Cafe.
Fuel
What
Cafe?
city were we at when we
that
did
was
that?
Milwaukee?
Was it?
Yeah.
Frankie,
That was Milwaukee.
where was Fuel Cafe?
Milwaukee.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we were in Milwaukee, and then we were...
Milwaukee already?
Yeah. Well, because, like...
I just brought up the.
Toy Factory.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my
when
bad,
was
never
that?
mind.
That was the same Friday.
Oh, my God.
No, that was Thursday.
And then we ran into Johnny. That was when he first connected with Johnny and them.
Yeah, so we did Josh's podcast. Then we decided to go right to Toge Factory to do Dave's podcast. And yeah, we stopped by and we were like, we'll take a little tour.
Oh, yeah. We're, like, walking around, and then all of a sudden, like, they're showing us the back room, like, the shock dyno and stuff like that. Sick, by the way.
I didn't
How many
see that
fucking
room.
shops? We were in there. That's when we saw... I looked to my left, and Tom's way down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, Tom. And then everyone else
It's like all of our
walked in the
friends were
frame.
just there all of a sudden.
Like Johnny, Ethan, fucking
and we didn't see any of them yet.
Jimmy.
Oh, that's so
They were...
cool.
Everyone was just walking in, and I was like, what the fuck?
So, yeah.
Like,
Ethan looked like he got hit by a bus.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did, bro. He
We're
did.
not talking about
Why?
that.
Dude, he was
here.
exhausted. He was.
yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to go home." I'm like, "What?"
I see Nick and fucking Jake. I'm like, what the
Ethan was sick, by the way. That's why he looked like that. But
That was fun as hell. It was
Yeah.
like a party in there. If you played that same techno music that was at Final Bout in there,
Oh,
it would have
yeah.
been Fast and Furious.
yeah, Carl liked the IS 300 swap car.
I mean, no, I got to ask a lot of questions about it.
the
and,
K
like,
swap shit.
Yeah, the K swap stuff.
It's like
Oh,
all
yeah.
that's
I
in
even
there
had
is
a long
K-swap
conversation
everything.
with Johnny about it before we went to bed too. And like, I love it. I like what they do with that, and like, you can tell when somebody's passionate, and the whole staff is passionate about what they're doing.
It's true.
Which is sick. Like the guy with the long hair and the backwards hat. And
Yeah,
like,
I forget his name.
I forget his name too. I think it's like Shane or Sean or some shit like that. And
He's
I'm
like-
so sorry.
Really passionate about K
Well,
swap.
he was explaining to me the stuff that they do for the K swap, and I thought that was awesome. He's telling me like, yeah, that we needed to put a box in here. So this is just like a random box we made, put in the engine bay for the ECU, just to keep it clean. And I tell him, I'm like, what everybody talks about how vibraty they are. Immediately
yeah.
they're like, this one is different. I swear to you.
so they're
like,
probably
it's
trying
Different, I
to.
swear.
They're probably trying to fix that problem.
They got like poly mounts in there and stuff, and it runs a CD trans and shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I have some. I want to go somewhere else. I don't.
Carl wants to.
I
do,
know what Carl's
Carl
doing.
wants to do a beams. Come on.
I ain't gonna say
We'll-
what
we'll
Carl's
see
doing.
what's
I
gonna
know what
happen.
Carl's doing though.
No, we'll
He's gonna
see
be
what
crazy.
happens.
You gotta wait on that.
Not chill. There ain't nothing crazy going
Subscribe
on.
to the Patreon.
So we got
Oh.
to sit down with Dave.
Yeah. Then Frankie was scared he was gonna cry again.
Oh, so yeah. So
Why?
after Josh's, I was like,
He was in his feels.
I called
Dang, I
Mal-
missed
Did I call
all of
you,
this?
Malcolm, or you called me? I had to call Malcolm. You know.
Wow, you didn't call
Your
me.
guidance
I
counselor.
had to call my guidance
You
counselor.
didn't call Bestie?
I had to ask him about some shit, and then I was like, "Yeah, this podcast got a little real at the end." I was like, I didn't realize I was talking to like my drifting idol until the end of the podcast.
No, when they were talking in the lobby, and I'm sitting there
forgot.
awkwardly holding a backpack and like the box of stuff.
Oh no, then we went to Toge Factory, or we were gonna go to Toge Factory, and I was like, that's like my business idol. So I'm like, both of them in one day. Here we go. But no, I think it went well. The Toge Factory one.
Dude, you never know how somebody's gonna like talk to you and stuff like that. And I was with Dave, I was like, damn, this guy's probably so sick of like just mundane conversations that like this might bore him. Like I was scared that I was gonna be boring. And then Dave is making jokes and shit, and I'm like, oh shit, like this guy's
Yeah.
hilarious. Actually,
That guy's the man.
Dave was like, "Is this gonna be like Joe Rogan? Like what? Like all this."
We
stuff?
talked about cooking. Yo, he was like, oh, you're Filipino? I love cooking. I'm pretty good at cooking sinigang.
That ass?
Yeah, and he
Wait,
was
what is
telling me
he?
how he does it and everything, and his preferences of the meat, how he used to likes to use
His last
like
name
baby
is Lee,
short
but
rib.
I don't know what is he.
I forget his nationality. We talked
He
about
said a
it.
bunch of stuff, didn't
Like,
he?
did he look
Korean,
Asian?
I think.
Oh.
No, that's terrible. I don't want to
I
assume
think,
anybody.
I think he might be Korean. We didn't. I guess we didn't find out.
Wait, he knows how to make sinigang?
Mhm.
That's wild.
And he was like talking about everything, like all the ingredients. He likes to cook, and he's
Mm.
got this dog, and she's adorable. I think was it she.
I
But
don't
anyway,
remember.
that podcast went dope, and then what did we do after that? Oh, the party. That's when I ran into you again.
Oh yeah, we drove down the street, and there
To
was
Lee's
a party
house.
going on.
Oh yeah, the
there
barbecue.
was like a party?
It was a
Yeah.
party, dude. It was
Dang,
sick. It was a
invites.
barbecue. Got lit in like 45 minutes.
And that's when I
Wow.
saw Ethan again. Fucking on a beanbag chair in the corner. I want to go
And then he was
home.
gone.
I'm like, bro, what's good with you? I'm tired. I'm like, I don't know about that. And then I was like, I'll drive you back to the hotel. I don't think I want to stay here that long either because I'm tired. And then he just disappeared in the thin air.
Wait, before you left,
Yeah,
he was
took-
already gone?
I think he took an Uber or something. Yeah.
Dang, he really wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, he wasn't. So
On the contrary, I had a blast.
it was fun.
too.
It was
like,
fun.
Like there was a point where we were arguing. I wanted to get Nick riled up real bad, so I was like,
Why would you
gotta
do that?
tell."
No.
I don't know. I
Nah,
was
you
having
don't
a
wanna
good-
do that.
I was just having a good time. Like this was really my first time where I was like, I was making jokes where I was like, Frankie, are you gonna let me out and play? Like I want to
ask
go
Dad
play with all
first.
our friends. Like, come on. And like, I don't know. I got to like hang out and talk with everyone, which was cool. Like it's different. Like the last time Final Bout, we had a little bit of a different experience. It was work.
And we didn't do any podcasts.
And
or
Marivu
anything.
was terrible. Let's not even bring up last
But
week.
like at
Oh,
least we had each other. We had each other though, and we suffered together.
That was bad.
I like the hotel.
Brendan and Frankie
I-
fought.
Yeah.
You guys did? About?
Remember?
No, he got mad about me using his phone for
Oh, for the
transactions.
Yes. And
He's
he
like,
was
fuck it,
Take my
use it,
phone."
fuck it. Throws the phone at me. I'm like, all right. And then like I just keep doing whatever, and Carl's like, is everything okay? And
Wait,
I'm like,
really?
I didn't know that.
I'm like, dude,
that.
it's whatever.
They're guys.
I posted
Guys
it
are
on my
just-
story too, like that, like of the RX. It was the last video, and I got the option sticker in the video.
Yeah.
He really only wanted to save the car because of that. It had this little sticker on the
No one
windshield.
knows what you're talking about.
It was a little
sticker.
option
I saw your
sticker on
story.
the back of the
I mean, your car.
RX 300 that had died. I've talked about the
Oh,
story
did
tons
you?
of times. People at
Oh,
the
yeah.
pod, or that's another thing. We met so many people.
Oh,
I can't even remember
my
people's names.
goodness. I was
so
like the
many
first line of
people.
defense at the booth.
First line of defense.
I'm a war vet. People were like, oh my God, hey, I love the pod. I'm like, I'm not on it, but thanks.
But thanks. So
But
how,
yeah, it
how
was
Now
really
you are.
cool.
how was all the people at Final Bout?
Oh, everybody was so nice. Everybody's really friendly.
Yeah.
Everybody's dope as
It
fuck.
was fun. We got new stickers. We got hats. We got a bunch of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we fast forwarded that far already?
no, go back.
Okay.
We're
Well,
like
you were talking about
squirrels.
selling your or scrapping your car.
Oh yeah, but like, what the hell? Where were we in the journey?
The party.
Oh, at the party. Yeah, I got drunk in like 45 minutes. It was crazy.
What did you do to Nick to get him riled up?
Oh, I asked him. I was like, you gotta tell me. I want to hear it from your mouth that you like the way the cars look now versus how they looked before. And then Nick obviously goes like, okay, yeah, but like the drive is better. I forgot. You'll have to check out the Faction video, which is going to be really bad because I didn't record anything.
Oh, I know exactly what he
you
said.
did.
But then everybody like took their phones out and just shined the light on Nick, and now he's like fucking yelling, the loudest guy at the party, yelling about the height of the cars and shit.
What was he saying?
I can't remember, Frankie. Like, what do you want me to do? Fucking.
You
I
were
was under
there,
the-
right? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I'm sure it
It
was
was
just
just a
something about
good time, dude. Like I
we
was
could actually drive them if they're high.
Yeah.
I was having a problem like
fucking bimbos.
pulling out my phone and like trying to record stuff because I was just having a good time.
You were hammered.
I wasn't on my phone. All. I just
I
like filmed some
couldn't
videos.
even-
That was it.
I was trying to, and then
Well,
like
I
would
was
forget.
sober. I remember everything. I remember Nick asking what kind of noise you'd make if you were a dinosaur to everyone.
and I did
What
it
was
right
your
away.
noise? What was your
It
noise?
was like a pterodactyl noise. I
Let's
don't
hear
know.
it.
Oh, that was good when you did
It was
that.
good, right?
Yeah,
Do it again.
I'm gonna
Dang, it's a lot of
try.
pressure now.
I remember
No,
that.
he could do it.
Uh,
He always does noises.
I don't know if I can do it.
Do it.
No, that was
Come
not
on. Let's go.
That's what my pterodactyl would
I
probably.
know you did it
actually
really
make.
good at the
I
party,
just
though.
yelled
That
it
was-
so loud.
Yeah, everyone was looking.
Stevie hyped me up. Like Stevie World hyped me up.
Because it was good, man. We were like, wow, that was a really good dinosaur noise.
Like, was it
We
like
all
a
were, we were
traditional
all-
dino noise?
Yeah, it
It
just
sounded like
just
a dinosaur.
screech.
Like
I was
a-
like, whoa, I was
What in the
not
Jurassic Park?
expecting that.
He could do it right now.
And
I
then
bet.
Frankie like sat down right in front of a pack of Oreos, and I never
He
saw him.
dogged it. He probably
I told
dogged
Jimmy
it.
that Frankie was gonna eat them all too, and he's like, nah, he won't.
And then I was eating the Oreos because I saw him there. And then Johnny's like, I told Jimmy you'd eat all those. Those are his Oreos. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I told. And then I saw Jimmy later. I was like, thanks for the Oreos. And he's like, yeah, you
Did
like
you eat
those?
the whole thing?
No, not all. Of them.
Oh.
I got
Okay,
to
I
also.
raised you better than that.
We kind of
Yeah.
glazed over this, but I got to meet Palmer, like, and talk to him.
Oh
for a little
yeah, we
bit.
met Palmer at Toge Factory.
Yeah.
Well, I
And then the
kind
first-
of knew him, but
The
yeah.
first thing I asked him was like, "Yo, we got to take a photo," because like he's so tall, and
Is
like I'm
he?
pretty short.
Yeah, he's very tall.
How
So
tall
like
is
when
tall?
we're
Like half,
standing next
like
to
double
each
your
other-
height, probably.
literally double.
That's
I think.
cap.
Probably
Nah,
double your
He's
height.
pretty tall.
How tall are you?
Super nice.
Come on the podcast live for everyone here. Okay.
4'9".
He's not double your height.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
He ain't far away. Yeah. So then we were in the conference room at Toge Factory, and remember Palmer sneaks in behind you.
Oh yeah, he snuck in behind us, and like goes like
He
"So
goes
what
over
kind
the
of
equi-
equipment we run in here.
He's like, what kind of equipment we running over here? Starts messing around with the audio shit. Carl's like, what the fuck did you come from?
This tall ass motherfucker coming in.
He was so funny.
Spoiler alert: we were supposed to do a podcast with him, but it ended up not working out because.
And
everyone was just
I'm all
doing
right with
shit.
that. We were all just doing our own thing. Like I was telling people, because they were like, "Do you think it's gonna happen?" I'm like, the podcast isn't supposed to be like a hindrance. Like if it happens, it happens, you know. But like, well, maybe in the future, you know.
Where does he live?
We didn't set it California. We
Oh.
didn't set it up right anyway because we were gonna do it at the fire pit at the Airbnb. And the fire pit's like 100 feet away from the fucking outlet,
Yeah, no Wi-Fi.
and we're like,
The Airbnb was sick, though. I must say.
I'm so proud of you for picking that Airbnb.
yes. Y'all can thank
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
yeah,
Here
it was. I really only picked it because they had Harley Davidson sheet covers on all the beds. And,
Everything was Harley Davidson
Yeah.
in there.
and there was a lot of deer heads on the wall.
And
no,
we
the first thing I said when I walked in
Venison.
was, "There's so many dead animals everywhere."
Yeah.
I fucked with it. I was like, I'm in the wilderness right
Bro,
now.
we did not know if we were at the right building. We thought you were gonna get blown away by a shotgun blast.
How am I the one who's
Yo.
like, let's
Malcolm,
go.
you need a fucking mic, dude.
Let's go see this. Let's see this house.
Yeah, so I remember me and Malcolm were literally crying in tears. You were
I
in the
woke
car.
up to them literally, they couldn't breathe because they were laughing that hard. I looked
Who?
at Frankie.
Me and Malcolm.
Frankie and Malcolm. And Frankie, there's literally tears going
Because
down
Malcolm's
his
like, where the
face.
fuck are we right now? Like, all this shit. And then we're like, what?
Because we pull up to the house, and then we're just like, "Yo, is this the right house?" Like, I don't know. And Carl's like, "Man, fuck it. I'll just go knock. Like, I'll go open the door."
I'll go open the
oh
door.
no, because we checked we looked at the check-in instructions,
Yeah.
and it just says, "Oh, door will be unlocked. Just walk in. Keys on the counter." And Carl's like, "Wait, what?" He's like, fuck it. I'll go do it." And then me and Frankie were like, "Dude, imagine as soon as he touches that doorknob,
Boo!
a 12K shock of
Fucking glass everywhere. Carl fucking gets launched back 4 feet. We're like throwing
Why
it in
would you
reverse.
say that to me? I would have then taken a different precautionary measure. Maybe
Bro,
I
we
would
were
have
in
walked off to
tears.
the side.
The windows were open. Fucking Chris is looking at us from the other car. He starts cracking up. I don't know. He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
He's okay. Here's the problem. We pulled in once,
And then,
and then we were in the driveway, and then I'm already tensed up, and Frankie goes, "Let's get the fuck out of here. Lights are turning on."
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I don't know
coulda
where you
swore
saw
I
that.
heard. I saw a light turn on, and when I saw that,
You
I was
watching
like,
too much scary movies.
I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of this driveway at
Before we get
least.
shot
Then back it up.
Yeah.
Right out.
And then went right
And
back
then we went
in.
right back in, and then
And then I was like, it looks like the photos, so fuck it. No one else said they saw a light turn on, so
No, that's just
this was
you.
the scary part too. Like we fucking opened the garage, and there was a tripod with a big spotting scope on it. Spotting scope,
Hell yeah.
like for like I don't know, there was a swamp or a lake or whatever behind the house, so I'm assuming they were like bird watching or whatever
Oh.
because of the tripod. But at first, I thought it was a camcorder.
Oh no!
There was like really dim lighting in there, and I was like, "What
if you
the
saw a mattress on the floor, we out.
Oh,
That's
what the
scary.
Well, like that
Fuck.
movie we saw, Barbarian.
Wait,
No,
don't-
in the basement and shit.
Yo,
Like that, I was scared of that.
Was
like,
there a basement in that house?
I think the whole thing was a basement. It was like a house underneath a house.
Yeah, it felt a little weird.
It was crazy. How was your guy?
I don't
Where'd
think there
you
was a
guys stay,
basement,
Johnny?
The Four Seasons.
The foreskins.
Foreskins,
Hey,
yeah.
yo.
Pretty lit. It was. I mean, it's not a great hotel. It's.
I feel like I've never stayed at that place.
I never stayed at that one. I stayed at the one across the street. I don't know where else I've stayed when I've been there. I don't remember.
Did you go to the bowling alley?
Yeah, bowling alley's pretty sick.
Yeah, we never been there yet.
I wanted to play.
I mean, it's not sick, but it's like
It's
I'm a
bowling
bowler.
alley.
it's a bowling alley.
I would have fucked
The
everybody
bartenders
up.
are kind of dickheads, but
That
Yeah.
us?
I think they're just like stressed because a bunch of scumbags are there for the weekend.
Yeah. They're probably not used to that traffic.
We're not allowed at Longhorn anymore, though.
Did it get
Huh?
rowdy? Because of you.
That's what everyone. No, it's
Because
not
of
me.
you, dude.
I did not do anything there.
That one year was wild.
The one year got pretty wild, but
But they
the
loved us.
bartender, yeah, he was loving
Yeah.
us. So I don't know what you guys did in the last few years if we're not allowed there, but we had that place jumping, man.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that the first time I was there. I was like, dude, I want to go there. I want to rage with
We
everybody.
did go
You
there,
can
though.
get drunk
that
for
the
like
first
$5.
But no one was there that I knew. Like, I didn't know anybody. So it wasn't fun.
You
Yeah,
know
well,
me?
basically,
Yeah.
Carl didn't have fun because Front Street wasn't at the bar that night, which is true. I mean, it was a little. It was. I
I don't play favorites or anything.
Wasn't Tom there?
No, he wasn't there that time. I don't think any Front Street guys were there that time.
You guys were somewhere else, I think.
Yeah, no one went to that bar that time, but it was all like all the regular like Chicago people and whatnot. But yeah, when Front Street's at that bar, it's. You know,
Is that why you guys are not
It's not
allowed?
big
Like,
enough
No,
for all
no,
that.
no.
Oh.
It's not because of us. It's because of someone else, obviously.
Oh.
But whenever we go somewhere, we go in full force. That's
Yeah.
just a fact.
yeah,
We
Yeah.
go in full force.
yeah. Yeah.
20 deep, and we're
How
all
was
there
it
to
at the
have a good
bowling
time.
alley?
It was good. We were just chilling, though. We're all old men now.
That's what I'm saying.
You
See,
know?
so like, how bad could it possibly be?
We didn't do nothing crazy nowhere when we go in.
Nobody slid down the lane. Because
No
I
one
I
threw
that's
saw
a
a video
bowling
of
ball up
someone
in the
doing that, but it
sky.
wasn't any of us.
That would have been me by accident,
Oh, no.
throwing a bowling ball through the fucking rafters.
Oopsies.
I told you what happened to my little brother, right? When we were kids, he walked past the line and he slipped and that ball
No.
flew straight up and landed right here.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
I
he
will
almost didn't
forever
have
remember
kids.
that. Yeah, dude. And he was like 5, critical testicle age.
Oh, shit.
Critical
It's
ball
such a
age.
weird thing to know.
Your parents.
Critical testicle.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of shit we didn't get to. I mean,
Well-
the first thing is we left Toge Factory, went to the party, then we went back to the hotel.
No, we hung out a little bit to take photos and stuff.
Oh yeah. So we.
We almost started a takeover by accident.
Yo, why
Yeah.
was that? Why is every car in that area clipped?
Well, I don't know. They-
Every single one.
the 8th time the
someone heard
VQ
Jimmy
drove.
Oaks was there, and they wanted to fucking start a takeover or something.
Yeah.
Did people recognize him?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
The 8th time that VQ drove by, I said, I'm done. I got in my car. I was like,
They
I'm
started
over this
driving
shit.
through the parking garage and
Shit's
shit, making
so
a bunch of
loud.
They
noise.
literally said we could start a takeover right now. We want. We're
Yeah,
all like,
definitely.
yeah, I don't know. If that's a good idea, but
So got the photos, then went back to the hotel, and
We had ramen.
you stayed up late that night.
oh yeah, we were.
You guys
hanging
went out to get
No,
food,
no,
right?
we were just in the parking lot doing our thing.
Oh,
what we
Tom
usually
did an
do.
alternator.
Oh yeah, Tom.
I
changed
told
his
Tom that he
alternator.
was my hero that night. I was like, people talk about you doing this shit, but like you're actually doing it right now, and I'm like, I would be done.
I talk a lot of shit about Tom working on stuff a lot, but that's like, he does it, man.
He does it, and it's like not a
something
big
breaks,
deal.
He does it right there.
He's
Doesn't
literally
care.
just like, I got to do an alternator. I'm like, what?
He's like 2 a.m. Yeah, I got to do an alternator before I get to the track.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. You
Can we
know?
talk
doing
about
what
how
we do.
Tom didn't break his car?
Tom did not break one thing on
He
except the
didn't?
body kit. But
That doesn't count.
Really?
That's crazy.
the alternator just kept going
Alternating.
bad because wiring specialties. I'll say no.
No, go for it. What did they do wrong?
Wire things up right, so
I've
someone
seen
had to fix
shit
it.
wired wrong from them too before, but
Yeah.
I heard they might have fixed that problem. But I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
fixed it, and the car ran fine all weekend.
Yeah,
Everyone's car ran fine all weekend.
yeah, it was really weird.
Jimmy bent a tie rod, and that was it.
Damn, I was just amazed that Tom was running that entire weekend. No problems.
That never happens to him.
I know.
I was surprised.
It was really cool.
He
to see
brought
that.
so many spare parts too that he was like, "I'm bringing everything, bro."
Yeah, well,
He's
that's
had
Did
it.
not,
That's-
he used that alternator wasn't even his. It was Ethan's, and that's the only thing he used.
Fucking Ethan's alternator. Dude, that was a fun night.
That was. We were just hanging out.
Yeah. Josh randomly, I texted you. Because me and Frankie had McDonald's.
Oh,
And then
McDonald's sounds good. Right
Josh,
now.
when we're outside, goes, all right, I'm getting White Castle.
I was so excited.
And
for
I was
that White
like,
Castle, man.
What? Let's go.
Oh, he just had McDonald's, and then they get White Castle.
Well, we were trying to.
No.
And then we got to the White Castle. They said that they closed at 3, and the girl was in there, the worker, and she was like
3
hiding.
a.m.?
Yeah. And then we
Dang.
got there, but we got to the White
You were
Castle
really
at
out
midnight.
there late.
At midnight.
Oh.
And but the lady was like hiding and like not letting us get White Castle. And then
That's me.
Josh, yeah, that is Princess. But what was funny to me was that Josh was like, nah, no way, I'm gonna go around again. And I was like, but she made it pretty clear that it's closed.
So did you get the food or no?
No, he drove right up to the window, and Josh was just fucking staring right in there like this until we got an answer that the lady was like closed.
Did you guys get anything?
Josh ended up getting Wendy's. I
Oh.
think we all got Wendy's. I
Wait,
got a
what
lemonade.
time was it that you guys went?
Maybe like now it might have been like midnight or 1.
Oh,
Yeah, it was probably a little.
dang! Why is she
later than
closing
that.
shop like 3 hours early?
But then mad people were upset. Like there was another guy who was like, "Hey, yo, man, they closed." And then we're like, "Yeah, they're closed or whatever." And then, I'm drunk as shit in Josh's truck, which is like Frankie's truck, but like it doesn't make the same noises. So I'm like weirded out. And he has a head unit,
Yeah.
which also weirded me out because I was so used to looking at your stock radio.
I love the stock one.
Frankie's truck is really fucking clean inside.
Inside.
Except all the sugar crumbs I left in the back.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yep.
You're crazy.
Yo,
Yeah.
don't gas
No
it right
food.
now.
Yeah, you
I
are crazy
honored
for
the
that.
rules. I didn't eat in that truck one time.
Yeah,
I'm
he did.
thirsty.
He did.
Princess
Okay.
got in and they're immediately eating. I'm like, what are you doing?
Carl's like, what are these rules that are? Everything's changing now that these people got in the car. No, yeah, I mean, you followed the rules very well. I will tell you.
Well,
that.
it's not my truck.
I appreciate
We
it.
There
take
was
my-
one sugar cookie.
I
God
appreciate
damn
it, Carl.
Did you know Frankie got upset on the way? I got it on tape too.
Oh no!
Because we were at the
What's
rest area where
tea?
Frankie was really concerned that everyone there was gonna eat him or kill him or
Wait,
whatever.
which one is this?
When we first stopped to pee, you're like, everyone at this rest area looks crazy.
Oh, I kind of remember.
Anyway, I was recording a video and Frankie caught a little bit of the audio because I opened the door and I was basically saying like, what this truck has showed me is that my truck actually isn't that big of a piece of shit as I thought. And then Frankie in the video goes like, what now, Carl? What is wrong with the truck? What is
Okay,
wrong
I
with
remember
it?
the rest stop.
What is wrong with
Yeah.
it? And I was like, whoa.
It was in
whoa.
Pennsylvania on
All
the
right.
side of the road.
All right, I take it
Pennsylvania
back.
will do it to you. That
Oh.
shit is big as fuck.
Yeah, and the people there are even bigger. So, yeah, it was kind of wild.
My sister's from PA.
Well, that rest area was nuts. I counted a total of 10 teeth, and I saw at least 40 people. So it was nuts.
Dude, but that was the first. That was like early on in the trip. But
It was very early on. in the
Regardless,
trip.
I come back and Frankie's already sleeping. I quietly, dude. Did you wake up at all when I came back in?
in the hotel.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I snuck in there. Me and Johnny like hang out, last minute conversation. Like, yo, Johnny, what should I do? Beams or K swap, or 1J, and then we just had a conversation.
This is when Carl imitating Johnny started because he was like, yeah, and then Johnny went to the room, but he was like, yo, it's me. Let me in.
Is that what
And
you
he
said
said
at
that.
the door?
He said
Probably.
that.
I don't
Yo,
know.
it's me. What?
Yo, it's me. Let me in. And he said it, and I was like, you sounded just like Johnny. What the fuck did you just do there?
Well, because literally I got in already, and I'm quiet, like I'm stealth, and your voice is pretty loud, Johnny. Like I don't know if you know that,
I did
but
not
like
know that.
literally I'm in the room and I just hear you say that, and I'm like putting my headphones on. I'm about to watch some TV, and I fucking had my McDouble and shit ready to go.
Sounds busted.
And then you had another sandwich in the morning when we woke up.
I didn't eat both. I did not eat both of those McChickens before bed.
You
had
had
one
it
of
for
them.
breakfast.
You ate one for breakfast.
Yeah,
You
before
should've just
Fuel
left it under your
Cafe.
pillow.
Because we woke up after that, then we picked up you guys. I was telling
Yeah, so-
Johnny.
Yeah,
And,
so then we
and-
drive to Milwaukee to get you guys from the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we would find out that Malcolm cut all of his hair off,
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
which
that
no
shit-
one on the podcast knows yet.
Show him.
Show him. Look at this handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Hey.
Yo, whose man's is this? She a lucky girl or guy.
What? Hey, yo. What? Yeah. So then we found it. Well, actually, young Dave's brother sent us a restaurant in Milwaukee because, he just travels the world now. So,
Oh, that was his referral?
yep.
Oh.
I
good
think it
dude.
was.
That was the
yeah.
first time I met that guy.
I want to
He was
know why
hilarious,
James is
man.
upset because he said he wants to fight us now.
James who?
Carper.
James Carper wants to fight us? Probably because I said the people from his state have 2 teeth.
That's crazy.
That's probably why. I don't know.
Oh well, I love James. You're an asshole.
But yeah, or maybe he wants to fight us because did we even see it? Did you see him?
Yeah.
I fucking didn't see anyone. So.
I made sure to
Me
try to
neither.
say hi to everybody that I knew there.
Yeah, you went around that whole place. You probably met everyone.
It was so fun. Anyway, we fucking go to that fuel cafe.
Fuel
Frankie
Fuel
orders,
Moto or some shit.
bro. We're at a fucking far restaurant. Okay,
Bro, don't even
Are
start
you
with this
going
bullshit.
to order? Okay, listen to what I ordered.
Okay, let
I
me
listened
explain
to
it first. I was
Biscuits and
pressured.
gravy. Biscuits and gravy. She said, "Do you need more time?" We said, "Yes." That's when you should already know you should be looking at the menu. I ordered biscuits and gravy, and it was the most crazy
It looked
looking.
good.
I gave Frankie a piece. Because I was a good friend. Because this is what Frankie ordered.
I ordered fucking pancakes, and you know what? I don't regret it
And
because
he
those
asked
were
for the bacon
and
burnt.
bacon, like
burnt.
burnt,
That's
like
every time.
leather.
That's
There was
me every
pieces
time.
of leather on Frankie's plate.
And you liked one of them.
And
You
he
had
made
it.
me take a bite, and I was like, I mean,
It kind of slaps.
it's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Yeah.
love burnt bacon.
You
That
do?
shit was
Bro, this shit was
crispy.
hard.
Not
It
like
was-
not like black,
I
but
do.
like the crisp. where
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
break
yeah.
it in half.
Yes, that's what I
That's
got.
the best way to eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not. You need a little bit of flop.
Dude, my little sister is like, she's like, I like it chewy. I'm like, that's
Not too
disgusting.
chewy though. Not
Like,
too
I
chewy
like
though.
it chewy. It's like eating raw bacon, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You probably get your steak well done.
No.
Please tell me you do not get it well done. Oh no.
Not steak. I don't really eat steak though. A burger, I'll get well done. That's a little different.
Burger is
though.
different. Like
Yeah.
you want it to sometimes.
For the
hold
record,
the
I'm a medium rare kind of guy.
I'm a medium rare guy.
Gal.
Gal.
There you go.
I'm a medium rare.
Well, he did say before whose man's is this, so or who?
I
Hey,
mean-
I don't know.
Okay, but
knows?
after that, so I started that day off by eating a McChicken, and then I had the biscuits and gravy. I was ready to go to sleep.
But instead, we went to the Harley Davidson Museum.
that was so cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to read every
We
single
had so
thing
much
there.
fun in there.
Yeah, so I was like, I already went once, so I already knew the deal. I was like, we got to move through this thing because it's big, and we got to go do a Bayside podcast. But then I found out Princess likes to read every single word on every single thing. So
But he was like, okay, you gotta hurry up. I'm like, okay.
I was trying to get.
I want to know the facts.
I was trying to get inspired. I was looking at that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what can I put on my IS from here?
what kind of V twin can I throw in my IS?
Nah, but then
300?
we got out that bitch, and I immediately was on Marketplace looking at fucking Sportsters. I'm still
Oh,
looking for
man.
Sportster.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole ride up.
He was converted.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of had an interest in it, but like being there and seeing like bro, that probably happens every week.
Yeah, someone gets.
They were just
converted.
having a whole fucking bike meet.
Oh yeah, that too.
At the bike meet, they were selling beers.
Yeah.
What?
New Jersey could never.
Yeah.
And there was
Yeah.
live music.
Milwaukee's pretty sick.
It smelled like
It was
BO,
a
though.
nice. Oh yeah. yeah.
Wait, did you smell that?
No, I
It
didn't.
didn't smell like BO. It smelled like metal.
Wait, where
Yeah.
did it smell?
Like when we walked out of the museum, it
Yeah.
smelled. There was
Oh
an
my
instant
God.
scent, and I was like, ooh,
What did it smell like?
It's that biker smell.
it's a grown ass man you smell.
Oh,
angel
okay. I was probably congested the whole time because everyone got me sick.
Or maybe
Ethan?
you smell it.
Then we got to Bayside
not
though.
I'm not.
We got to meet Matt, Brent,
Green Bay.
and Kevin. They were fucking Matt is a genius. Kevin has a beautiful car and Brent has an IS, so immediately we bonded.
I like the color of his IS.
That shit is
That's fire.
It's such a different color. I want to know
I
what
love
it is.
that.
What is that color?
I don't know, but it's a
Green apple.
1.5J.
It's the green one.
Shit
right?
is
a green
fast,
apple.
yeah. Like they all look so cool together. Like that could be
Yeah.
us, dude.
His garage is sick.
He's just
Yeah, his
very
garage is really
particular
cool.
with his stuff.
Yeah.
I complimented him on his lawn. I was like, "This is a beautiful lawn."
Princess
With
hung
the red
out
hatch?
with his wife all
Yeah.
day.
My
Yeah,
old kid came off
Kayla.
that car.
Shout outs to Kayla.
Yeah.
Wait,
She's
what?
such a
Hold
cool
on. Did you hear
person.
that?
What?
Wait, what?
That was Modelo. Yeah.
Elmatic.
Yeah. He owns it now. Modelo owned it before.
Oh.
And I have the kit. Well, I used to have the kit.
Oh, I didn't realize that was his car.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
With the Ezoism kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his car.
What the fuck is that?
Does he still have a car?
Ezoism?
You wouldn't know because you don't know about 180. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Well,
sexy.
Johnny thinks he's gonna finish his car now.
I am.
You're horned up.
Let
Go,
him
go,
manifest
go.
it for
I'm
himself.
about to go
horned up.
leave right now and take the motor out.
Is your motor good?
I don't know. It's been 5 years. It's been
Yeah.
sitting outside. I don't
Longer
know.
than me. Longer than me. No one bothers you though.
Because it's quiet. He's
Well,
quiet
because
about
I got
it.
an Evo 10.
Oh,
and It's an
okay.
SR20.
Okay, he got
So-
money.
So if I get a Evo 9, people won't bother me about my drift.
Probably not, no.
He said, worked for me.
I mean, they
Except-
still bothered me, but I was just like, yeah, I'm out driving, whatever. All
Yeah.
right, then. He can't drift because he's doing other things.
You got more seat time than everyone
But
anyway.
Frankie drifts the truck.
Probably did. Probably did.
Frankie drives
Not
and drifts the
anymore,
truck, though.
He do be doing
I
that.
unfortunately cannot drift that truck anymore. It's
Good.
Oh,
Thank
don't
God.
say it. Knock on wood.
just a little tired.
I mean,
Bro, I thought the whole
little.
bed was going to break eventually.
This is what we were hearing the whole trip. The exhaust
No, no,
fucking
no.
banging on shit.
What was that? I already got used to that. But then a noise developed when we would turn, and the bed, it literally sounded like it was coming from the bed.
Yeah, so that noise has been there for about 2 years.
But we didn't hear it the whole time.
It
though.
only happens when you turn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
No.
not good.
But that
It's not worth anything now.
Junk it.
Yeah.
Frankie was literally is literally a menace when it's a road trip though. Absolutely
going
murders the
100
GPS.
miles per
Allegedly,
hour.
we were going 90 miles
Allegedly.
an hour the whole way.
Allegedly, that
But, like-
little thing took a picture of your.
I think that was bullshit. Actually, can we find that out? Actually, James is in the live chat, right?
Yeah.
James, can you tell me if Pennsylvania has camera speed traps now on Route 80?
Because
1000%.
Frankie literally, oh my God.
I'm
Can
gonna
I,
Oh,
go-
the toll.
oh my
The
God.
toll.
Can I tell you, can we skip
Do whatever you
forward a
want,
little bit?
I don't care.
Okay, allegedly, this is all alleged, but this was the most gangster shit I've ever experienced.
If there wasn't a camera, it would have been, but
There's going to be a photo
I'm
of
getting
that
a
coming
ticket
your
of that.
way.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we're literally at the toll booth. There's a huge ass line. Frankie misses the cash lane or whatever.
No, he didn't miss it. He
He
saw
didn't-
the
he
line
didn't
and was
miss
like,
it. I
"Fuck that."
I got
probably
I got
already-
fooled by an 18-wheeler, and he was gonna move, and then he moved back, and I was like, well, I'm not fucking waiting and getting back in this line because I'm gonna block all the easy pass cars. So I was just like, fuck this. I'm just fucking.
We go to the easy pass lane, like all the way closest to the building, okay? And the gate obviously isn't going to lift. In Jersey, there's no gates.
Yeah.
For those of
Yeah,
you
so
ever
I was
driving
just
through
like,
Jersey.
oh, I'm just gonna go to the right and blow it.
He literally gets on the sidewalk partially,
Off-roaded that
And
shit.
goes
Drove
around,
around
the,
the
the,
gate.
Yeah.
the thing,
like,
and then dips off.
who
That's some New
designed this
Jersey shit to do, though.
I was
I'll
like,
tell you that.
dude,
Carl was
finger
like
out the
shitting
window.
himself.
No.
Carl was shitting himself for like a good 20 minutes, being like, "Yo, dude, I
He's
can't
like, yo,
believe
what are you
you
gonna
did
do
that."
about? I'm like, I'm just gonna get a ticket and not pay it.
I am not a lawbreaker. I will sit
I
there
am.
and tell somebody, look, I accidentally came here. Just give me the ticket.
That
let
was
me through."
Ohio too, so I really don't
Ohio's
care.
The worst.
This
Wait,
guy
why is Ohio
fucking-
the worst?
Because everyone gets pulled over.
Yeah,
Oh.
didn't we almost get pulled over in Ohio? Like,
Frankie allegedly passed by a bunch of cops doing like 90. Every time this is what would happen. I'm like about to go to sleep. We're driving. I hear Frankie go, fuck. And then you feel the truck. And then like I look in the rear view and the cop is just sitting in the middle. And I'm like, oh fucking goddamn it.
And
We're
meanwhile,
fucked.
one
I'm
time I thought
asleep.
we really got. I was
Really?
like, yep, that's the one. And he didn't move. And I was like, damn, they're
That-
really looking for
That
people
happened to
doing
us on the way
120.
home.
What happened?
I was driving. Everyone's asleep. Josh's trailer doesn't have any lights on it. And there's a headlight out on the truck, of course.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
What the
And-
fuck?
I'm going like, I don't remember how fast I was going. The speed limit's 70. I was probably going 80-ish.
Normal.
Yeah. I go past the cop. I'm like, fuck, that was a fucking cop. Whatever. This was one. He doesn't come out. So then we go past another. I think I was going like 75 this time. And I see him pull out right after we pass. I'm like, fuck. And I wake Josh up. I'm like, yeah, we're probably going to get pulled over. He's like, all right. And then like he's like asleep though, so he doesn't really care. And I'm just like slowed down in the right lane behind a truck. And he pulled out right after me. I did not see him. So
Yeah.
He was probably looking at the car. He was like, what the hell is that thing?
I don't know how he didn't get. There was not one light on the trailer. I think not one.
I gotta borrow that trailer in a little while. What the fuck?
Oh, you got no why.
You could fix the lights for him.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll totally do that.
Yo, remember that Chick-fil-A we stopped at on the way there?
Oh my god. Yo, when was the last time you were in a Chick-fil-A?
Probably today.
Inside
don't-
or like
Yeah,
a
inside.
drive-through?
They had
Inside?
real
Oh,
flowers all over the
years?
place. It
They
was
had,
all real.
dude, it was like a
Oh,
restaurant.
you sent me a picture of that,
Yeah.
didn't you? I was like,
I was
that
like,
shit
this is a
fancy.
Chick-fil-A.
we were on a date, and everyone in
Okay,
there was so
cute.
nice. The lady came around like, "Do you need a refill on
Yeah,
your
the
drink?"
lady, the
Huh?
fucking
What?
lady
New
came
Jersey
around.
can never.
She's like, can we take those for you? I was like, what? Where am I?
You have
Like,
to
what do
beg
you
for a
want, lady?
refill at any
Yeah.
restaurant.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, where was this?
Ohio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's
weird.
why they want you to stay and be nice. Though, like these people are just trying to get out of here.
Yeah, they're like, please stay. We don't have anyone here.
Oh.
No, but yeah, no, it was really cool seeing that.
Then we.
That happens at every single Chick-fil-A that's not in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I was in Virginia once and we thought they were fucking with us. They were so nice to us.
Like being sarcastic.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I remember Justin was like, "Are these people fucking with us?" I'm like, and someone was like, "No, they're just nice."
That's
And
how
he's
you
like,
know we're
"What?"
from Jersey.
I don't know. That was a good time, and then it was final bout time.
Yeah. So we did that Bayside podcast. We got food.
Oh,
in
at
Green Bay.
Kroll's.
Kroll's,
Frankie
yeah.
didn't really like
Butterburger.
it.
I was loving it.
I don't know if I didn't like it because of the ketchup. I don't know what I was feeling.
The ketchup.
Did you?
You know what it was? They said butter burger, and I was like, I just imagined a stick of butter, like
Ew.
eating a
That's
stick
not
of
what
butter.
it was.
And I was like, I'm not really into this anymore.
I'm pretty sure I got the butter burger from Culver's once.
Culver's is a
Culver's,
different story.
yo.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about.
No,
No,
Culver's
Kroll's
is fucking
different.
amazing.
I
Culver's
love
is buzz.
Culver's.
Yeah,
Josh
we'll
did
get
this.
to that later, but
Yeah, I guess. But whatever. Kroll's was this restaurant now that was across from Lambeau Field. Like
It-
literally, I'm looking at Lambeau Field, like where the Packers play.
yeah, crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's like
It's
having
like being next to-
MetLife like
yeah.
like next to the building you're in.
Oh my
Yes.
God, you could have saw Taylor Swift.
I mean, MetLife is
would've been
right
sick.
there.
No. I'm talking like
No,
you
but
could have.
like,
I could have thrown a
throw a
rock
literal
at it.
football
Yeah,
at the stadium.
really weird.
Yeah, like Kayla was saying, Matt's wife was saying that you can see the football players, like the actual football, like Aaron Rodgers, just practicing and stuff, and you just say hi.
Yeah, and you're just across the street.
Yeah.
That could never happen
It's
out here.
so
Yeah, no.
wild.
The parking lot is triple the size of the fucking footprint of the building. Like you can't even get anywhere near that.
No.
that
But
stadium.
that was an important part of the journey because then Chris joined us.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now the band was all there.
yeah.
The
Chris
gang is on
Chris got a
here.
rental car. He flew
Honda
in.
Fit.
A little fit.
Oh yeah.
He had the,
Yeah.
had the
Oh yeah,
Fit.
he told me.
Then
Yeah,
the
told me,
final.
GK.
Then the Airbnb situation.
Then we
happened.
went to Walmart.
What did we buy at Walmart?
That
oh,
camera can't
yeah.
see it, right? Anyway, we got a full size, life size skeleton.
It's a me-sized skeleton.
Yep. I named it Taylor Swift, and it was at the booth. So that was fun. Anyway, did that. We bought extension cords because we were like, oh, we might do this podcast.
I didn't even know why you were buying extension cords.
Yeah, that's why we bought them. And then we bought
And then we got back
s'mores.
to the Airbnb, and we got to finally just sit.
Yeah.
At least for me, that was the first time where I finally sat down. There was a pool table there. I'm telling Malcolm, like, yo,
And then Carl has the audacity to say, because I was like, oh, I might go to sleep. And
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
what do you mean? We finally gonna get to hang. What did you say?
Like, he was like,
we
wait,
finally get to
what?
chill.
We need to hang out. Like,
No. You said we didn't even get to hang out.
And I looked at her. I was like, Carl, I've been with you since 9 a.m.
I was like,
And
Carl,
this
I've
guy's
been with you
him
for
for like 37 hours. Yeah.
Someone please hang out with me.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you fucking dead ass serious right now? And he's like, and he realized what he said, and he's like,
whatever. And then I was like, Malcolm, just one more beer.
yeah, you guys were up for a while, right?
No, probably like another hour. Malcolm started
barely
square
slept.
dancing.
I did not sleep the whole weekend.
I was having
Really?
so much fun.
Yeah, like I'd go to sleep at like 2 and then wake up at like I don't know 7.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
kind of how it is.
Not
That's
even
how it
then,
was,
go to sleep
2 years
at 3,
ago.
4, wake up at 7.
Yeah.
But then we get to final bout, and then I'm absolutely like ready for the day.
Oh yeah.
Princess, Malcolm, Frankie are getting ready to work, and then I'm just like, all right, Frankie, I don't know if I'm gonna work today.
I didn't
then-
expect you to.
And then Frankie just goes, all right. And then as soon as you said that, I started drinking, and then the rest of the day was just a blur.
yeah.
Not a blur, but like it was just a happy blur. Like I was having so much fun. So
Yeah,
many
man.
people stopped by the booth.
A lot of people there.
A lot of people there.
So
Yeah.
many.
A lot of people.
Chunky Buy's car was sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit had me inspired.
Someone was
Is
like,
that the yellow car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
someone was like, yo, go put a sticker on his car. I was like, I'm not fucking, that's crazy. I'm not gonna put a sticker on his
Everybody
car.
did.
And then I realized everyone
Everybody
was doing
was.
that.
Wait, what do
Yeah.
you mean? Like just
I would almost
pull
feel
up?
Yeah, they let
disrespectful even
they let
touching
him
the car though.
They let them put stickers on the car. I didn't know that. I thought when that person said that to me, they were being funny.
A delinquent.
Yeah, or that. And I was like, I'm not fucking doing
That's
that
like
shit.
so disrespectful, I would think.
Meanwhile, I just lost a great opportunity.
Damn, you
so
should have got a bat.
yeah, I'm like, fuck, man.
No, just reading the chat here. I keep forgetting that the chat's open. Fucking James goes, Carl literally just walked around with a case of Twisted all day. I wasn't walking around with a full case. I would every time I come back to the booth, I put one in my back pocket and then I crack one open for the walk. And then by the time I would get to like that corner where I'm watching, I'll have to crack the second one open. And then me and Wild Steve are just on the bench, just fucking vibing to the techno, that Final Bout playlist, that banging playlist.
That was fire.
That shit had me in the zone, bro.
Fire.
Just fucking just there, just having a good time. Watching Front Street go, watching everybody go. It was crazy. The stage was literally set, bro. Like the sun was setting.
Oh yeah.
It was a good
It
day.
was perfect.
Yeah.
It sucked if you're driving because you can't see anything.
Would
but
you? Yeah, it probably did suck if you were driving. But yeah, no, I got to say hi to a bunch of people. Well, if you couldn't choose Front Street or Proceed,
Here we go.
what
Here we
teams
go.
did you like the cars?
The real
The
question.
cars or the
Yeah,
driving?
The cars. We'll go cars first. Because I have a favorite.
Dude, I don't even know who was
Gleam
there,
is one
to
of
be
my
honest.
favorite cars.
Gleam-
They have that
Gleam's always
purple
sick, I'm not
S14
gonna lie.
that
Oh
just
yeah,
looks sick.
fucking Gleam cars, dude.
I used to watch those cars. I didn't know anything about drifting except I knew like Team Burst and like, or Burst Speed and like Team Gleam.
Who won the car show? Can someone tell us that in the chat, please?
I don't know.
I would assume the
Garage Abstract.
yeah.
Ooh.
There were different like things. I'm confused.
Yeah, there's a car show and then there's a driving competition.
It's half trudged on car show, half driving.
Ah,
That way, you have to come with a good looking
Looking
car.
car.
And
I liked
And drifting.
the
Yeah.
red S15 that was parked by the front. The kid Sean Booth's car.
Is that the one that Josh went against?
No, that
No,
was
no,
that
that's
S14 was different, I think.
The RB red S15. That thing
That was from Good Feeling, the one that Josh lost to, that V8, I
Yeah.
think. But that whole day was fucking sick, dude.
that day was sick.
Like, it was just, I don't know, it felt surreal.
The
At least
vibes
for me,
were so
personally.
good, man.
Yeah, so good.
Everyone was so hyped up.
I got to ride in I finally got to meet other Carl with a K. It was amazing.
oh
It
yeah.
was at
He
like
always
9 in
talks
the
about
morning.
this Carl with a K.
It was at like 9 in the morning. He comes up to the booth about to buy a shirt, and I'm like, dude, I know who you are. We don't even have to introduce right now. We shake hands. He gives me a ride along. I get to see the track like firsthand in an IS. It was so fucking
Oh, that's
fun.
cool. I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah, it was so quick. I was already gone. I was wandering.
Carl had like 5,000 side quests because I had no idea he did all those.
I would just
things.
walk around by myself. I
He would like
swear.
randomly come up to me like, "Yo, what up, Johnny? What are you doing? You want to go watch it? Yeah, let's go." it
was
be
just
gone
me.
after 5 minutes. I didn't
You
see
know,
where you
yeah.
went after
It
that.
was just me, dude. I was just literally vibing.
As you should,
Because
King.
I was
Go
like,
ahead.
Chris, come hang out. Come hang out. And Chris is like, it's hot. I'm like, fuck. All right, well, I don't care. I'd rather sweat now than not see this. So I'm going to go. And then, like, it was just fun. Like, I got to say hi to everybody. Bought mad shit. Like,
And you got a stain on a shirt.
right away. What was I from? That was from
Culver's.
Culver's.
The
But-
goddamn chili got
That was
to
just,
you.
it was just sick. Like, the vibes were cool. That shit really does get you horny, though. Like, I wanted to go home
Saturday
and work on my
was-
car immediately.
Saturday was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. The weather, the morning,
Perfect.
everyone thought it was gonna fucking
Perfect
rain.
weather.
It was gonna fucking
Malcolm
rain.
was like, it's going to be 102. I was like, it's going to be 61. And he's like, that's not what the weather app says. I was like, I never looked at it because they don't work ever. You can't look at a weather app.
Sunday was hot though. Sunday was
Sunday had me.
Yeah,
tired.
Sunday
It was
was
freaking hot.
borderline miserable weather-wise.
I
But it
still had
still
a
wasn't
good
as bad
time.
as FD. I think FD was like the worst for me.
Honestly, the last 2 days in New Jersey have been the worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I'm still whipping the IS. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No
Right.
AC.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hottest day in New Jersey? Let me pick the car with no AC. I'll cut my sleeves off.
Stay
for you.
hard. I literally
cut my sleeves
cut
off.
these sleeves off in preparation for that.
Yeah.
I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was packing it up. I was dressed for work in the morning. I had a polo shirt on, as you can see by the pants. But like, when I left work, I took the polo shirt off and put this shirt on, which I cut the sleeves off this morning because there was a hole right here already. So I was like, all right, well,
Yo, and then we run into the typical problem you run into when you go to Final Bout and you leave late as fuck. Where do you eat?
Nowhere.
Good
Nowhere.
Everything closes at 8
next
p.m.
time we
Yeah.
should have been
I was
ready
like,
with stuff to
what?
cook, like this.
But the
that.
thing is,
Yeah.
like, you're so tired. Do you even want to cook?
I can cook
you know?
whenever.
So-
Really?
I love food. I love food.
I love food.
I love
You love
food.
food.
I love
You
food.
like feet?
I love food. Show me your food.
So then we were like, we split up into two groups. Group 1 was going to get pizza at a bar, as far as we knew. Group 2 was going to go to Taco Bell. Me, Princess, and Malcolm were Group 2. And you
yeah, 'cause
guys ended
I-
up not getting pizza.
Me, Daryl, Chris. This group 1 split up into group 1 and group 1A and group 1B
Oh,
because
really?
Chris took Tom, who drove there last minute, our other friend, Tom Chooch, with a JZX.
That guy's crazy.
He drove it up there last minute, and he was exhausted.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. So Chris escorted him to the Airbnb.
Oh.
Then
okay.
me and Daryl, mind you, Daryl's also been driving, go to Walmart to go get food because everything was closed.
So
and
you
we didn't
guys
wanna
decided, fuck the pizza place.
Fuck the pizza.
Wait, why did you guys say fuck the pizza? Like,
Well,
what?
one, they're in Wisconsin.
I just didn't want to get like mid-ass pizza that I had to pay like $30 for a pie
That's
for.
literally what I said
Nothing
to
is
Malcolm.
$30 out there. Everything is like $5.
Everything
Yeah.
was cheap.
That'll be $4.99. Wait, no, I wanted a whole pizza pie.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Dude,
That
I paid for
cash
dinner
card.
one day. It was me, Josh, Kid. I don't know who else was with us. It's like $50 at a Spanish restaurant. I was like,
What?
yeah, I'll pay this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's get it going.
So we were on the way to Taco Bell, and we saw the county fair. Remember that fair that's always there?
Oh yeah.
Dude, we were this fucking close
To
going, but
going.
we were like, nah, we can't do
I was
that.
like a corn dog?
Yeah.
Sounds bust right now.
So Malcolm was like, we can go to, he's like, I love Culver's. And he's like, you're going to hate it. I was like, sounds great. Let's go, Malcolm. And then I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll go, whatever. That was one of the best fast food hamburgers I ever had in my entire life.
Culver's is my favorite fast food.
Dude.
But Josh said, I asked Josh what it was when we were on that little journey, and he was like, it's nothing to write home about.
Yeah, Josh doesn't
But
like
I
it.
loved
Josh
it.
doesn't like it.
Dude,
I
that-
love Culver's.
it's
It's
so
really
good.
good.
I love it. I don't love it, but like
I love it.
No,
Wait,
I
what
love
do
it.
you get? Like, what's your order?
at Culver's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there like 3 times. I don't have
So what'd you get? The most
a
recent?
bacon
That's what I got.
cheeseburger
Yeah.
and their
hungry.
fries and
Oops.
whatever
I wasn't
else.
supposed to say that.
Frankie said I'm not allowed to say I'm hungry on the podcast.
I'm hungry as hell.
So
I'm
I
so
got.
hungry.
I'm glad you guys asked. So I got a. What was that one,
You
Malcolm?
got a double burger.
but not the butter burger.
They're all
They're
butter
all butter.
burgers.
Yeah, they say that.
Butterburger.
DK. But the.
DK.
But well, I don't know. It's the burger that doesn't say it's a butter burger, but it's like a big one. Got that big one.
Hey, yo.
No mayo. Two chicken tenders.
It's so
All right.
cool that they let you just
Yep.
have 2.
Yep.
That's not enough.
I got 2
It's a
chicken
perfect
tenders.
amount when
Got
you
a
do
medium
double
fry.
burger.
Fuck, man, that shit was amazing.
It was so good.
better than McDonald's, Wendy's, anything else.
Oh yeah,
Blows it
shit.
out the water.
A quarter.
Double quarter
I was
pounder.
like quarter penny.
Yeah, I can't fuck
Yeah,
with
McDonald's
double
hits
quarter.
when it hits.
Yo,
When
yo,
you're
yo,
fucking
does the-
drunk.
Yeah.
Culver's
when-
felt like real food.
When
Yeah,
you
it
get
did.
a quarter pounder, and this could go out to the chat too. When you get a quarter pounder, tell me, is there mustard in it? There is, right? In my opinion, I
My
think
vote
that
is
there-
no.
I thought it's just ketchup.
Here. But when I got one that night in Chicago, I think there was mustard in it because
Yeah?
it didn't
Well,
taste
it's
the same.
Chicago, of course.
Exactly.
They make their pizzas
Which
all
is a
weird.
common thing with fast food restaurants.
I
You guys
wanted to
weren't
try
at
the
that.
pizza. I wanted to try the
I'm
casserole.
scared.
Yeah, we missed the pizza.
Because I
I'm
like
down.
tomato sauce, but then everybody's
What,
telling me that the
Pequod's?
tomato sauce
Yeah.
is not even good.
We were supposed to go there, but we
Oh.
were with Josh doing the podcast. So
I'm not gonna talk mean about it, but I mean,
yeah, you are.
no, I'm not.
That was
because
mean in itself.
I love all those guys, but like, it's not pizza.
Yeah, it's not pizza.
Yeah.
Wait, do they know that that's not pizza, or do they believe?
They know that all-
Simba was saying he's like, yeah, we don't eat that a lot. Like,
It's a
Okay.
we have it
special
like
thing.
twice a year. Like,
Yeah. And you gotta like order. Josh was like, "Yeah, did you place an order already?" I was
Huh?
like, "Order."
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
at your
gotta
house.
order.
I thought you had to order it there.
Yeah, I was like, "What are you saying,
Bro, pizza here,
gotta
you get it
order,
by the
order.
slice. Yeah, I'll take one
Bro,
meat
he
lovers,
was saying
one
like
plain.
people
Yeah.
call in, order their food because it takes so long to make that pizza,
Oh.
and then you gotta like go in and eat it there or whatever.
Because that shit thick.
Yeah, it was weird. I was
I'm
like,
gonna get
"What?"
that shit at Fridays.
brother.
Ew.
at Fridays.
What
Can we go to
eating at-
Uno's and then I'll try it there?
Ew.
What's Uno's?
I don't think that restaurant exists anymore. It was
No, it
on
does.
46, I
There's,
think.
there's one on Route 3.
Oh, Route 3.
I want to go to it so bad.
Wait,
Wait,
why?
what?
What's
I
so
don't
good
know.
about
I never.
it?
It's just Uno Chicago Grill, and I just want to go.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Chicago style pizza. I forgot about that.
That's what we're literally talking about.
I just thought it was a
Pops.
regular pizza, like a Pizza Hut type shit.
I fuck with pizza.
Yo,
Don't even
dine
talk
in
about
what it
Pizza
is, I
Huts.
wanna
Do you
go.
remember
I
those?
love Pizza Hut. Don't.
Yeah, that was the
don't
only place where we
start.
dined and dashed.
Don't start.
Oh,
What?
No. Delinquent.
It wasn't even
Allegedly,
me. I
dine
didn't do
and
that.
dashed.
I didn't even do it. I don't think I even got food, but I was there. And then they were like,
They were all running, and Frankie's like, huh?
yeah, they were like, all right, we're not gonna pay. I was like, what? And then like people start leaving, and then I was like,
Aw.
oh, we're like and he started running out the fucking door, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It It wasn't me though. I didn't
I
get
can't
food.
do that shit. Except for
At a Pizza Hut, you should. It's pretty
except
fun.
for when we were out to dinner the last night.
Oh.
Then I would have been totally
Wait, what
fine
happened?
with it.
You don't
so
remember
we had
Korean
a great
barbecue?
So we had a great final bout
Wait,
experience.
hold
We
on.
went there and we partied and stuff. Even Sunday, I was getting scared that I was gonna get too drunk to get in the car, and then like I was all right, and then we left.
You were drunk?
I felt bad because no,
No.
I told you I wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No.
But I felt bad because I didn't get to say bye to everybody, and I know I didn't meet some people who were there. But it felt so cool to hear from people like,
About the podcast.
yeah, they're like, "Yo, we love the podcast, bro. We're in the middle of Wisconsin."
Yeah.
I met
Well, some people said we came out here because of the podcast.
Yeah, these guys from
I swear to
Missouri.
God.
I forget what their names were, but I was at the Gleam booth, and they were
He's like, "Yeah, if you
hey,
guys don't talk
Carl,"
about
and
it.
my line is always like, "Who's asking?" You know,
Yeah.
could be the cops. Could be.
I'm
But
on
they're
probation.
like, "Yo, we came here because of the podcast. They're from Missouri. We came here last minute." I was like, "You are
Oh,
crazy for
those
that."
two guys.
But so
Yeah.
cool.
I remember.
Like I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was really
Like,
dope. I was like, where are you from?
I would have
Missouri.
never
was
thought
oh.
like that the podcast would have that effect. Here's another crazy one.
Wait, I thought we were talking about Korean barbecue. I looked down and then I looked away. Wait, what happened to that?
I didn't want to skip all the way to the end because that's like the cherry on top.
Oh, yeah.
But I was by the judging booth on day 2, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, I love the pod. I'm from Portugal."
What?
I'm like,
Oh, those
"What
homies
the-"
were cool.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's cool.
I smoked a fucking foreign cigarette. You ever taste a foreign cigarette? They don't have the chemicals that they do in the U.S. This shit tastes good.
I can't remember if he gave me one. We were at the
cigarette,
bowling
right?
alley. I don't know if he gave me one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
homies
they're-
are cool though,
They're
man.
cool as hell. And then the other guys are from Switzerland.
Yeah.
And that we had a conversation with them for a little bit about how it's hard to mod cars in Portugal. Dude, listen to this. You can't mod cars in Portugal.
I'm not surprised. They're socialists.
That's good. Malcolm loves that one.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know.
They can't do anything.
They ain't got the First Amendment.
That's crazy. So like everything they do over there is super fucking hood. So we got to talk about that, and I think his name was Raf.
Yeah, one of
Yeah,
them.
shout
one
out
of them was
Raph.
Tama.
Tama's the other one. We followed each other. But
Wait,
I got like
so if they put an intake on the car, they're going to jail?
yeah.
Huh?
Shout out to the Europe homies because that's sick.
Yeah, that
I
that
wanna do
takes a
that.
different kind of love out there.
Yeah.
But shout out to y'all, man. That made me feel like fucking somebody. I was like, holy crap! Like, what the hell? The pod is going that far. Like, it was just surreal to me. Then you meet all the people on Discord and shit. Like Aiden, I know Aiden's in the chat right now, but he introduced himself, and I had no idea that was him. Like, wait, from Discord? Like, weird. Anyway, after that, we decided to go get dinner. This is
Yeah,
maybe the
we wanted
final.
to leave somewhat early.
This
so
is
that we
maybe
could
the final story.
go to Chicago and go to sleep and yeah. So
We get Korean barbecue in not Virginia,
Chicago.
Chicago.
Virginia.
I don't know what the fuck that
Where you
came
going?
from. There's a lot of Korean food
Where
in
you
Virginia.
going?
Where we going?
But we go to Korean barbecue. We do the same thing we did last time. It's a spot we went to with MJ and them, and we're sitting there, and it's a long wait. We wait. We take a lap. Then we sit down, and the service is just kind of bad, and like the food was good, but Princess was doing everything, and we just weren't having good service and
This
shit.
is a spot that all of them go to. Right?
I was literally cooking for a family of 4.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we paying for?
And then I got drunk
But
again.
Some Korean barbecue spots they do that, right?
I
like,
don't
you're
know. We're
supposed to do everything,
spoiled
right?
because
Yeah,
in
we are
Jersey,
spoiled.
they like slap our hands if we touch the tongs.
Yeah, they're like, nah, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
We got a beer tower. Me
Ooh,
and Malcolm
beer-
were dogging
yeah.
it. You were dogging it. Mm-hmm. It was good.
And I lost my drunk because I was cooking.
And then,
Yeah, you were-
aside
you were
from us
mad.
like not getting,
I was so hungry.
aside from us not getting great service, the guy started cleaning the table.
Yo,
Malcolm had us in tears.
Malcolm's
anyway,
dying.
first of all.
Why are you? Like he started fucking.
I was in tears.
He started washing the table with like a bleach based cleaner, and we're
Meanwhile,
still
they close
eating.
at 2 a.m. or some shit.
Like I didn't understand. Like I was like, is it what? Like
So Princess is like, what? Didn't you say something like my eyes are burning?
I was like, that shit hurted.
When
Yeah.
that shit happened, I got kind of fired up a little bit.
Carl embarrassed me like a freaking parent.
And me and Malcolm are just like sitting there like, all right.
So basically,
Here
Carl
we
was
are.
ripping
We're doing
the
this.
waiter a new one in the nicest way, though. Like, not too mean, but
I let out one curse. I try not to do curse during that because then if you curse, then you just seem
You
like
let out like
fucking,
3.
I know.
You were like,
curse. I
yo,
know
the
what
way
it
that
is.
you're fucking cleaning the table, like, what the fuck is that? I was like,
I
And then he
said,
goes, don't you see a problem with that?
and then I said, you clean the table with like bleach and we're still eating. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
no, he said
No,
no.
he said,
First
"No,
he
I
said, there's
didn't."
no bleach.
Yeah.
There's no bleach
It
in
smells
it.
like bleach.
Yeah.
Like Princess's eyes were burning.
Oh my god! And then he literally puts me on the spot and goes, "Look at her."
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You were like, look at her. And she's like, no, it's fine.
My eyes are like fucking.
Princess is literally
red,
there, now she's
bloodshot red.
embarrassed.
Yeah, my eyes were bloodshot red. I was sitting there and I was like, "I'm fine." Tears
Yeah.
going down my eyes. I'm okay. Don't worry
No
about
bleach.
me.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, okay? I worked in the food service industry, okay? You can make it worse than that. If I was like, bring your manager over here, because
I
I'm
know,
gonna.
but what if
I
he
wish you
was
did,
new?
kind of.
But I just
That was a big deal.
I knew halfway into me ripping this guy that this is borderline like wrong. I should just talk to him. You know, I try not to be a violent person, but I was
You were
also,
also a little schmiz.
I was smeezed. I was fed.
Yeah.
Like I was probably full of energy. Like, and then I was just like, how do you not see a problem with this? Or something like that. Didn't I say
Yeah.
something like
You
that?
did.
Yeah.
And then, like, after that,
At the end of the
he
day,
left.
we got no discount.
Yeah, we got no
Yeah,
discount.
that's the
It is what
wild
it is,
part.
but I mean,
No.
I'm just saying it could have been worse. I could have called his manager there, made a big ass scene. You fucking sprayed bleach in my food. I eat this shit.
Yeah,
And
that
you
was
want me to pay
wild.
$30?
Wait, so talking about discounts, the hotel after across the street.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, then we get to the hotel.
Wait, first of all, I just want to say, I was already in a really bad mood at that point. I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just trying to shower, be clean, lay in bed, and just knock out. And then we go to the hotel.
And the first thing she says is, hey, so there's no hot water here. Is that going to be a problem? And for me, I'm like, fuck no, it's not. Let's go.
I immediately started getting mad. I was like, and she's like, the person you complain to isn't gonna be here till the morning. And I was like, give me their phone number.
We got money. We got
do
money
they have
off.
a number?
Yeah, we did.
We got money off.
The first thing I said when you asked me, you're like, are you okay with cold water? I was like, yeah, but are we getting a discount? Like, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
shot. You're paying the full thing
Yeah.
with no hot
And
water.
she's like, well,
Frankie still would, but
yeah, I don't.
What?
Same shit to me.
Here was the nice part though. I left my camera down there,
Oh, yeah.
and the lady knew exactly who to call.
wait, yeah, but so we're fucking screaming. These guys are drunk. We're screaming and shit in the hotel room. Fucking Princess is throwing Malcolm across the room.
I'm like RKOing.
Yeah. And then like the phone rings and I was like, well, there goes the fun. They're gonna fucking say we gotta shut the fuck up. And then Carl answers, he goes, Faction Motorsports. And they go, do you have a camera? And he's like, a Sony? And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's mine. And he just hangs up the phone. He's like, yeah, I left my camera down there.
And then, but Princess also said, "Hey, I need towels."
Oh, my God.
So then I go down there.
No, wait, pause.
Oh, sorry.
I said, we need towels. Can you get more towels? She's like, yeah. And he's like so amped to go downstairs and get his camera. And I'm like, right before he leaves the door, I'm like, one more time, because I know his ADHD ass is going to be like, huh? I was like, Carl, we need towels. He's like, yeah, I got you. Comes back with fucking ice cream. Bitch, what?
same
I
thing.
go
Where are
down
the
there, I get the
towels?
camera. I'm like, "Ooh, wait, you guys have ice cream? How can I put this on my card?" And the lady goes,
That's
"Just
all
get
you,
on."
honey.
And I'm like, "Thank you."
He gave you free ice cream.
And then I was skipping back to
He
the
was
hotel
so
room. I was
happy,
like, "Look, I
though.
got ice cream. Fuck y'all." And then Princess is like, "Where's the towel?" I was like, "Fuck." Oh well, but that was a good time.
that was a fun.
That was a good
fucking
time.
That
night.
was so fun.
Frankie went to bed, bro. Frankie swung his fucking fist at me, dude. That's why I woke up the next morning.
I was hardcore dancing.
He literally, Frankie's sleeping like this, like he's facing this way. Naturally, I'm gonna face this way.
No, he's spooning him.
And then Frankie turned around and his arm was dead weight, and that shit just went. "Duh." And I'm like, what the? Frankie's snoring like a motherfucker. Like, I'm like, what the
Knocked
fuck?
As
out.
he should.
Can we
was
talk?
just
Can
doing
we
his
talk
thing,
about what
man, in
happened
his
when we
own
woke up
world.
the next morning?
With me and Malcolm?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was literally trying to whisper to you on the side. I was like, should I mention this? Or like, is
So
that
I was
weird?
like, me and Carl on one bed, Princess and Malcolm are in the other bed, and Malcolm's next to me across the whatever, and all I hear is fucking Princess. It's literally we literally all just woke up, and all you hear is, "Did you fart?" and he goes, "No," and she goes, "Did you shit yourself?" and he goes,
and I'm being dead
and he
ass.
goes,
Like,
"No." And then she's like, "You should check because it smells like shit." And then Malcolm goes, "What?" And then Princess like puts her fucking, I don't know if you put the covers over him or something, but all I hear is, "Can you smell your own ass?" And he goes, "Ew, yeah. I guess I farted."
he was like, oh, it was an accident. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Dude. I was like, I'm getting up and taking a shower. I don't know what's going on over here.
Oh.
Did you shit your ass? You should check.
That was fucking crazy. But the drive, like, I don't know. I had a great time that entire fucking trip, dude.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was just fun to be able to like hang out with the homies, see the drifting. Like, it is. What do you think it's like a different level? When was the last time you went, Johnny?
I don't know.
You were probably there last
2
time
years
we were all
ago?
there, right? Or no?
You didn't go 2 years ago?
Gallery.
Yeah.
That's
Sexy
2019.
nights.
19.
Oh, the Sexy Nights one.
What
Yeah.
was
I was
that?
at Super D. I don't know when that was.
No. It was after that, right?
Yeah,
The
I
one
think
where
so.
Frankie drove and absolutely murdered the IS on like a first run. It's like the first minute and a half of the video.
That was Super
Yeah,
D.
yeah.
But I think Super D was. I think the Sexy Nights one was after that.
I think it was. I think it was 19.
This shit was the coolest tandem video ever. I was like, what the fuck? Who the hell is that guy?
That was fun though, man. I had a blast.
Yo, when did you guys leave?
We packed up around 6.
And you guys just drove straight home?
No,
No.
I heard you guys allegedly did some stuff, and I was pissed that we weren't a part of that.
Showered.
No, maybe.
Ew.
What?
No, I heard that
Hey.
there was some streeting that went down.
Oh no.
Wait, some what?
Maybe MJ had told me that.
It was like one corner that went
Oh.
down. That was about it.
Mm.
It wasn't nothing where it was like, oh yeah, we went drifting.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like they saw a corner and
But
just,
when you guys left Shawano, you guys drive straight?
yeah, we left. We probably left there at like 9, 10 and drove straight back.
Oh, okay.
You guys didn't stop anywhere
Yeah,
else?
we stopped and slept
No.
because I was like,
Oh, we stopped at Cracker Barrel.
I
There you
told
go.
you.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh my
told
god,
you.
you
We
called
were
that.
driving past the Cracker Barrel, and I was like, "Ooh, Cracker Barrel," and he goes, "That's where Front Street's going."
Yep. We definitely went to
Josh
Cracker Barrel.
loves Cracker Barrel. So
After
But he doesn't
every
like
event.
Culver's?
Well, that's
don't
a
know
different,
why.
like, that's completely different, though.
yeah, Cracker Barrel's is ass, and Culver's is pretty good.
Cracker
I
Barrel's
love their
not
little,
bad.
like, storefront.
Yeah, I don't
though.
know.
It's so
I went there
cute.
like 3 times, probably always with Front Street, and I ended up paying all the bill. So
Huh?
That's
you know how
crazy.
it works with Front Street. All right, everyone.
Wait, what?
All right, we split it evenly. Meanwhile, I had like a French fry, and then everyone had like fucking steaks. And I'm
Oof.
like, oh, I didn't get the
I can't
fucking.
lie. Josh paid for me, so thank you, Josh.
That's
all
awesome.
saying for me.
Yeah. Every time I went, I was like, wait a minute, why is Josh and Jonna having a 4-course meal and I got chicken fingers?
I got what was on the way home we saw like cool cars still too. We saw this random S13 with like a Filipino flag on it. I'm like, yo, you're Filipino.
Oh, dude, we saw a bunch of people on the way
we see
back.
Dave? Damien?
No, we saw
Yeah.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite YouTubers, dude. Like I don't really watch a lot of YouTube, but I love this dude's videos. It's Pizza Mike. He's from that Illinois area. Bro, we're driving, and I know that he's building a 300ZX with S14 front suspension.
Yeah, I
and like
saw
a
it.
KA.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I'm driving, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then that shit is like bouncing all over the fucking road. And I'm
Probably
like, that's
because
Mike.
the welds on it that we saw. Maybe I don't know, but
Fucking Johnny just put him on Front Street.
I
Maybe
like
the
that guy,
wells
man.
that we
He's
saw.
a cool guy. Like I fuck with that. I fuck with that dude.
he seems like a nice kid.
Yeah. But like I'm driving by, I'm like, yo.
Wait, and then we see another car.
We see another car, and I'm like, that shit looks like an 8.6. It's fucking Damien
We literally
from
just
Car Shop
we just
Karoshi.
pull up next to him. Fucking
He drove that thing all the way out
no,
there?
no,
No, it was on the trailer.
Oh.
But like we're driving, I'm like pointing the camera at him, and he's like, ah.
Oh, takes his shirt off?
He's showing
Yeah.
his nipples. I'm like, what the fuck? But
And
yeah,
then we went to Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, I
That
sent
was
him a DM
cool.
too. I was like,
You sent Bass Pro Shop a DM?
no. I
Yo.
sent Damien a DM.
Oh.
I'm like, Frankie's taking us to Bass Pro Shops and then some sort of fast food restaurant
Culver's.
called Culver's.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, I'm trying to hightail it home. I'm going to the beach tomorrow.
What?
I'm like, damn, you're crazy.
He's
Well, you
built
ain't gonna
different.
sleep. You're just gonna drive home and go to the beach.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shop was fun. Well, until they try to sell you something for like.
Honestly, that
Yo.
sounded like a good deal. Let me explain to you
It
what the
did.
deal was.
When you said it, I was like, why did we go
It was
back?
$200
Hell
for
no.
a party of 4. Ironically enough, there was 4 of us.
Should have done
And
it.
I was really considering it just because it was $400 or $200
For
for,
4
like-
people?
Yeah, for like the hotel and everything,
To
and
do
like
what?
the little activities that you can do, like that are outdoorsy shit. And then they give you a $150 Master gift card,
How do you make
Mastercard
money?
gift card. But it's
a
on a
timeshare,
Mastercard.
honey.
That's the catch. It's
Yeah.
not cash.
Yeah.
So you got to sign up for a credit card.
No.
No,
It's like
it's
a
like those
gift
gift
card.
cards.
And what is this for?
And then she was then she did all that math, and then she goes like, so basically the trip's gonna cost you $49. And
I
was
just told her I didn't like money and I walked away.
no. Well, she said, what's your reason for not doing this? And I was like, probably my lack of commitment to everything I do. Like,
Did you really say that?
yeah,
Oh.
right, Malcolm.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it, and she was like, oh.
Same reaction. Oh.
I was
She
like, I
goes
don't
to
like
Malcolm
money.
and goes,
She's
why
like,
won't you
oh.
buy it? She
Yeah.
goes, why won't you buy it? And Malcolm said, oh, probably the same thing.
I wonder what the catch is, though, because that does not make sense.
I'll tell you what the catch is. All the shit you got to do wherever they're going is probably you got to pay for each fucking thing or something.
Oh.
I don't even know what it is.
What if
but-
it's like hikes and stuff? That's pretty dope.
But where do they take you?
Fucking no, I don't know. We weren't listening.
They
I was
didn't say,
already
like, what
checked out. I
state?
just wanted to be like, look, I want you to just save your energy because I'm not gonna buy anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love going to those
The
stores.
fudge
dude. You ever
shop
be
was
in-
closed.
You ever
What?
been in a Bass Pro Shops or
Yeah, it's
whatever?
definitely like
Out-
third world country to me, but
Yeah, dude.
Wait,
it's not a third world country. But like, I don't know what I'm looking
do you
at.
know
in
what a
there.
third world country
yeah,
is?
yeah.
I look at it like that though, because I'm like,
Yeah.
It's a little
I don't
scary.
I don't fish.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. Like, there's a lot of shit in there you're never gonna fucking need.
yeah, exactly. That's,
Yeah.
like I walk in and I just like my mind goes crazy because I'm like, I
kinda
have
feel the
nothing to
sa-
do here. I need to go do something else.
Kind of
Like,
feel the same way.
I don't
I
know.
go for the animals,
The
Me and
camping
the
stuff.
dead ones.
Malcolm and I
like
almost
camping.
bought sunglasses. Like me
You
and
guys
Malcolm-
should have. He regrets it.
Me too.
So hard.
I needed them today. I could barely see while I was
He
driving.
needs them on Sunday.
I got these sunglasses out there.
Yeah, but you got them from like Walmart.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect him.
Yeah, the ones me and Malcolm were looking at.
Those
The
are
lady
actually really
was like,
fire.
They
buy
are,
one,
right?
get
Yeah.
one
Camo?
50 off or some shit.
How
and I'm
much was
like,
that?
Free 99, but I'm not gonna say that.
No. You did not use a 5-finger discount.
Allegedly, it's free 99.
Oh, no.
Yo, Johnny, speaking of free 99, I noticed you have a hat on right now.
Hey, this was free 99. Thank you to
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah, that's a nice hat.
he hasn't
Sponsored
taken it
by-
off since you gave it to him.
Yeah,
That's
a
how much I
nice-
love
Oh,
it.
Malcolm's got a hat on too. Let's check that out on the screen. Oh, okay. So where can you get that? You can get that at FactionMotorsports.com. We got about, I don't know how many left. A lot. So,
Yeah,
We-
but I feel like a lot of people did buy hats.
dude, everyone that put that hat on, fucking looked good. That's
I
all I
love
know.
this hat.
That
I
shit
was-
is
I love
fire.
it.
I was like half and half with the hat. I was like, I don't know if we should do it. And then Malcolm's like, no.
Joe looked sick in the hat. She
Joe-
was
Joe was a
cool.
vibe with
she
that
looked
hat.
with the outfit. Okay,
Yep.
girl.
Yeah.
I want
a trucker.
to. I want to also. You mentioned Joe because now I'm gonna mention Daryl.
Oh, yeah.
Daryl's
yeah.
journey did not end at Final Bout.
It just begun.
Shout out to Daryl, who now
Shout
is a
out.
proud owner of a Soarer.
Yeah.
He is no longer SC300 boy.
Where's the buttons?
He's got it somewhere.
Big move there. Congratulations, Daryl.
Congrats.
Shout out, Daryl.
Congrats,
Congrats,
Daryl.
bro.
You gotta love when your homies.
Make sure you keep the taillights in.
I saw that comment. I was like, Frankie took the time to comment that. He never comments on shit.
We got some questions, so should we get to this?
True. Yeah. Let's get to the questions. That was a
Alright,
really
let me
fun experience. So I Final Bout.
It was. That was one of the. I think that was one of the best, if not the best weekend of my life.
It was crazy, dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna run through these questions real quick.
Yeah. Quick. But
Um,
read the names. I like when you try to read the names.
This is great. Do you?
Yeah. People like to hear their
Yeah,
name.
they want to get shouted out.
I will make easier names. Bronson Marks 1155.
Perfect.
What's your go-to grab item from the gas station?
Combos.
Oreos
Next.
for Frankie.
Okay. Yeah,
What is mine?
that is mine.
What would mine be?
Johnny's like blunt wraps.
Are we talking
Swisher
about
sweets.
everything I'm gonna buy there or food?
Just
The
quick.
number one item. What's your go-to grab item?
I don't, babe. What is mine?
Fucking water, honestly.
Water, a pack of Marlboro Reds, a pack of Dutch Masters, and hot fries. That's about it.
Ooh, that's a solid pack.
That's all
Malcolm,
get.
can I hear yours if we're stopping at 7-Eleven real quick?
Taquitos.
Yeah, I'm getting a Monterey Jack taquito, one of those.
Okay.
One buffalo chicken taquito, and one taco and cheese taquito.
And that's it?
Maybe I'll get a drink if I
A
want.
root beer.
Ooh, a root beer.
I knew it.
If I'm feeling frisky, a root beer.
Okay.
When Malcolm asked me for that, I'm like, ew.
Hey,
What?
What?
he's an old soul. You know?
Yeah.
No,
I like
it
a
tastes
nice
like I'm
birch.
drinking clay.
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 Princess, you got anything?
I honestly don't know. Probably fruit because I'm lame.
That's healthy, and you should be proud of that.
I guess.
As you should, Queen.
What?
I left mangoes in the Honda Fit.
Ew.
That thing's stanky now.
Oh, he said a Slurpee, as per Malcolm.
You always ask for a Slurpee.
I mean, just be buzzing.
Doobie.
Who was the horniest drift team? From Dylan
Front Street.
Chaffee.
The horniest?
Bro, I feel
Definitely
like
Front
Front Street was just fucking itching
Definitely
to
Front
drive
Street.
all the
Yeah,
time. It
Front
was
Street
great.
came there for
They had
one
to stop
mission.
driving because they were so horny.
That's what somebody said.
Even during practice, they were like, "Oh, we gotta stop." Like,
About to shoot their load out too early. All right.
Who was that from?
I said it already. You may
All
say
right.
it again.
Yeah.
Dylan Chaffee.
Oh, Shaffy.
Chaffee?
Sha-
I'm driving with
Shaffy.
him at
I want to make it
Trip
sound
to the
French.
Pond. He's got an S14 1J in yellow.
All right, Carl. Well, 10 aliens versus 10 million babies. Who's winning?
The aliens. Because we do not know what they're capable of. I know what 10 babies could do. Nothing.
No, 10
10
million.
million.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Nothing.
crying shit. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to go with the aliens since they have fucking technology we don't and can move from space to space in like a matter of milliseconds.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Literally,
probably
10
the
million
aliens.
babies are not going to stand a chance.
Even if they were like coked out and like ready to fight.
All right, no coked out babies.
The baby.
Yeah.
Who is that from?
Fateli Priv.
Sick.
Sick. Most underrated car at the event. That's a good question.
underrated? I mean, it's final
Underrated.
bout. I don't think much is underrated, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna say B Strong's
Oh, maybe.
180.
I feel like no one was
240, whatever
paying
it is.
attention to it, but
Yeah, so
literally
that's
I would watch
underrated.
that car
Yeah.
surge up like mid corner, just like
He was doing the best driver.
And I'm like,
there,
whoa!
by far.
Which I feel like he usually does.
Yeah, he's a crazy driver.
best
Yeah.
car there.
What was your favorite car of the event?
Read the name, Frankie.
Favorite car?
Tyler, say what?
Cool.
Revgasm.
Revgasm?
Yeah,
I
always
do
is,
love
always
seeing
will be.
Josh's car.
Honestly, it might be his car.
Yeah.
But
It
I
always
do
is,
I
always
did
will
like
be.
seeing Chunky buys though.
Wait.
Well, Chunky buys car is cool, but like Revgasm's car. I mean, Chunky's buy Sylvia. It does, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's not a 180.
Yeah,
so
it's not a 180, so
it obviously loses.
Josh's car just looks so perfect and it sounds perfect.
it does.
For
Oh my God.
non 180 cars, what about Mike with the blue car on Gleam, the S14?
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's 14.
yeah,
Always
yeah.
good.
That's
It's
always,
always
my
good.
favorite car.
I did like
Interior's always good too.
my buddies from that Virginia area, Team Frenzy, the S14 groups.
Okay.
The three of them.
Also
those
Teddy.
S14s are sweet.
Fucking 180 with the black one.
Oh
Abstract.
yeah.
You always like that.
Yeah, that car's amazing.
That car is good.
But
There's a lot of good cars.
yeah, I just feel like I liked all of them. Everybody on D-Walk, and shout out to D-Walk, and that gave me rides. That KA was like the oldest setup for the KA. I told Nick that. I was like, Nicky, bro, this shit is all the stuff that people tell you to avoid, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's an RS enthalpy tune and shit. and things.
SAFC.
Yo, that thing was ripping, dude. That thing had me giggling like a girl in the passenger seat, bro.
It's a KA. So
It was so fast. And he drives like hell, dude. Like, fucking fast guy. And Carl. And then, like, they have a buddy named McQueef.
McQueef?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And then Al, the one that looks like they have their own Chris, too.
Dude, there's 14 Chris's there.
They were
so
pointing
that-
at
There
each
was like
other
5
like this.
variations of Chris out
Yeah.
there. I was like, what the fuck?
That was so weird. I was like, what happened here?
Yo, I love them. I love them boys. But literally, it was fun as hell.
Let's get to a serious question.
Yeah.
Carl, how far down could you stick a hot dog down your throat?
I
That
don't
was
think-
not a real question.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Who was asking that?
Michael Cohn.
I don't think I could fit a whole hot dog in my mouth. I'm not going to lie. Down the throat, and I got a gag reflex. I ain't doing all that shit. None of it. None of
Probably
it,
could,
actually.
just
That's
keep
the right
shoving it
answer.
down, you know?
Hey, yo.
None of
Just
them is
shove
the
it
right
down.
answer.
Johnny
already
thinks he
know,
could do
but
it.
Johnny's like, I
keep
think I
shoving
could
it
do
down.
it.
Yeah. All right, moving on from that. Josh Revgasm, how many times did you all cry last week?
Twice.
Not gonna lie.
I almost cried.
I saw him win. I was basically shedding a tear. I was like, damn, man, love that guy. So
Yeah,
much.
like if I saw them reacting to them winning that shit, I probably would have cried too.
Dude,
Like,
I
I
took the
was
best
obviously
picture.
like a little like like front.
That was your photo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on Josh's Instagram. You know that?
Yeah, I literally was like, I was on the side, and again, I was on the bench, and yeah, I was a little schmizzed. But literally, Josh got out of his car, and he's standing like on the wall or squatting down, Asian squatting down, holding this trophy. And like, he's not like hardcore smiling, but like you could see when somebody's like content.
Yeah.
And like his son was right there and shit, like wearing the jersey. And I was like, damn. And that was one of the times I was like, shit.
He literally
shit,
captured
that was
it.
me.
I'll show you guys.
I did
Picture.
the same thing. I was like, I wasn't taking any pictures of nothing. All of a sudden, like I saw him standing with. I was like, I gotta take a picture. He was just
I
smiling.
had to
like,
remember, like I was like, holy crap, like that's probably a crazy moment that he's experiencing right there.
This is the
Pure
photo right
happiness.
here, princess.
I can't see, honey. I got astigmatism. Oh,
Dude, it was a crazy
Yeah.
moment
so
for him.
you took that picture?
His wife's there, his kid's there, and he's just looking at the trophy.
Wait, when I met him 2 years ago, the baby was still in the womb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Aw.
that.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
But no, that's
a little over a
that
year
must have
now.
been a crazy,
Yeah.
surreal experience. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was cool. Fuck. Let me find these questions again. Yeah, I almost cried at least once. Well,
Almost.
you're all gonna see it on the podcast. So.
Josh
I'm gonna
said-
cry when I see that.
Josh said
podcast.
he cried, like our Josh.
Front Street Josh.
I would cry too. Like
I
I
would
would
too.
I would cry like immediately.
I basically was like, I said congrats to him, gave him a hug, and I was like, fuck, man.
Bro, you're like
Johnny's
you are like the number one person I would want like at anything that I met. Like Johnny was literally in the mix already, like fucking throwing his hands around, like
Because I was so hyped up, man. I didn't even know what. I was just going crazy. I was like, this is the crazy. They were both. That was the craziest final bout I've ever been in.
Just like
Dri-
the driving.
Driving.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Wish I saw it. All right.
Retweet.
Okay. There's a hot dog question. We already did that.
Another hot dog. Oh,
No.
god damn.
Connor Croak, who let it bang the most?
Front Street.
Front Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Always.
did hear
Always is,
Josh's
always will
car
be.
from like a mile, or Tom's car from like
Let
a
it
mile.
bang.
No, but Simba's car sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, I
It
heard.
does.
Like, and then in the car on the way home, I'm like, so your car is gonna sound like that because since you guys is similar setup and shit. And then Frankie's like, probably not. And I'm like, but you just they're similar setups, right?
Wait,
So this means
who
Frankie's
said that?
literally-
Josh or Josh said that? Who's?
No, you said that.
Oh, no,
we had a conversation in the
it'll-
car.
I mean, it'll probably sound like that. What else does he have though?
How do you expect us to drive with you? That shit is a drag racing machine.
Well, stay tuned to find out. I really don't know.
That's fucking crazy.
Ken's asking this question, and this is going to be your favorite question. What are the chances to see Faction drift at Final Bout event in 2024? Yeah, now Carl's smiling and looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. How are you not horned up?
I will if my car's running, but we ain't winning that car show. I'll tell you that.
Just the open drift day.
Yeah.
Dude.
Even that would have been.
We're
I would have
gonna-
just loved to just drive open.
Don't let us down, man. Come
That
on.
car is gonna be hot,
How are
but
you
not
going?
soon.
How are you going to talk shit right now?
I just don't want to see Johnny go down that dark path.
I'm not going down the dark path, man, but it's gonna be about like.
What is that?
That's how high the whole roof line is.
Yeah, wait, what?
No, like.
Stop.
Bumper like right there.
No.
No,
Okay. All right.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Not that high. not that high.
No, you're not, bro. You had a Type X.
It's gonna be like the Evo where the Evo's at right now.
That's
You
How
have a
about that?
You had a Type X. I feel like you, out of all people, know that
It's
shit's got to
different,
be
though.
on
It
the
was
ground.
It was a Type X. I don't have a Type X anymore. I never had a Type X. I had a 240 SX.
240.
Lachlan asks.
Oh,
Malcolm's face. Lachlan asks, did Malcolm behave himself without me?
Who is Lachlan?
You better watch out for this guy,
oh,
princess.
he's gonna steal my man.
Yeah, he's gunning
As
for
he
him.
Should. Take
yeah.
him.
He's
and James,
gunning.
I'd be happy with top 8.
Oh my God. He said, "Hi, Malcolm."
No.
exclamation mark. Yikes. All right. Why was Carl never at the booth?
Because I was working.
Because I was just roaming, nomad in it.
He
Who
was
asked
He's in
that?
his own world, man. He's doing his own thing.
Sci-fi.
I know. That's the one who I didn't meet. In the Discord, I was like, yo, my bad. I didn't, my bad, man. It's just literally roaming around.
Javi Foe, what for everyone? What is your most memorable moment from Final Bout?
I know mine. Do you have one?
From this Final Bout?
Yeah.
I know the last one.
Well, when we lost the car and everybody
No.
was in panic mode.
No.
Well, what was the last one?
R. Kelly.
Wait, what were we doing with R. Kelly?
No. What Malcolm did.
Oh, yo, what?
What you did? Remember?
Oh!
No.
Oh, when
You named
Malcolm
it somebody's
peed on
mouth?
you?
Yes.
Malcolm
R.
pissed on
Kelly?
you.
You named it the R. Kelly incident?
Yes.
When Malcolm pissed on you.
He
That was
peed
funny.
on me.
By
Yep.
accident.
But yeah, I have a great video of that. Not of the actual act. I have a video of
Aftermath.
them coming out of the bathroom or something. I'm
I'm
like, Princess, what
defeated.
happened? Yeah, he peed on me.
I got
Trauma.
pee-pee
You
on.
wouldn't let me put
I
it
got
up.
peed on.
You're like, you can't put that on the story. I'm like, all right. From
Puts
this
it on
one,
the story though.
I mean, but are we talking like we're talking at the actual event?
Yeah,
right?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah. So if we're talking about that, Carl, what's yours?
Right when we heard that it was sudden death, we were in the crowd and like the stands were packed, and in my head I just kept saying, I was like, yo, the stage is set, bro. The stage is set. Like, it's just crazy. And then I looked over to my right, and the Final Bout flag was literally like beaming, like it was like glowing because the sun was right behind it, and
It was a movie.
I was just in my own fucking world, dude. I was literally just, and the speakers were blasting, so I couldn't even hear my own thoughts.
Shit was a movie.
It was
right
a
there.
fucking vibe, dude. It really was. And like meeting everybody else.
Johnny, you got a favorite moment? I feel like yours is when you almost fucking cried.
Talking to Kaiko, Chunky's wife, or whoever it is, about the wombats at the zoo.
Okay.
That was,
I mean, that's
my
pretty
high-
sick
That
to
was
be
a
honest.
that was
Really
my
cool.
highlight. I almost cried at that. I was like, no way.
Yeah, she's like, oh,
Johnny,
oldest
what's your
wombat.
sign?
Right?
Are you a Pisces by any chance?
Aries.
Oh, that makes sense.
What does that make sense for?
Why does that make sense? We're both Aries.
You thought it was a Pisces.
Why are you yelling right now? Alexa, volume 2. Chill
Remember
out.
that video? Never trust no man with no horoscope in his bio.
She goes, what are you, an Aries? No, I'm a Pisces. Oh, that makes sense.
No, remember,
I am an
remember
Aries.
in the restaurant where they were asking for IDs? And he was like, when's your birthday?
Oh
Or he said-
my
he
God.
said,
The
"This is
the
first-
waiter goes, IDs, please.
This is the first red flag with the server. So he goes, where's your birthday? But I heard, when's your birthday? I thought he was quizzing me. I was like,
And this
bet.
is what she says.
I was like, oh my God, 0225-1997. I'm a Pisces. And he goes, no, where is your... and I was like, oh.
Meanwhile, I'm fucking dying laughing. I'm like, I don't think you had to tell the waiter you were a Pisces. But.
He had to know.
For me, it's when you were there. We talked to Will Rogue about the video.
Yeah, that was dope. And then he came after, but you weren't at the booth.
Yeah, but I saw Will Rogue by the Proceed guys, and we started talking. I was like, dude, that fucking video where I say like, oh, if your car is not good or whatever, I'm like, that shit fucking ruined my life.
But you have to hold up to that the rest of your life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but it was cool to see him there, and we had a 5-minute conversation about drifting and the shop and everything, and it was really cool.
That's cool.
So I think he's making another video for those guys, so that's gonna be awesome. Also, seeing Mike K is always one of my favorite
Oh my
moments. I don't know
God.
why, but it is every single time.
I met
Like,
that guy when I was like 10.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah.
maybe not 10. I met him when I was like maybe 17 or some shit. But
Whoa.
who did I talk to about this as well? Like, every time I ran into Mike, it was just like he was just floating.
yeah,
Like he
He's
was
a
just
cool guy,
Yeah,
man.
anytime I feel like he has that hog sense where he's like some cool shit's about to go down and he happens to be there.
He just gravitates towards
Yeah,
the
he like
cool shit.
gravitates to it. And like you ever see him like taking that shit in? He's just looking around.
Just watch.
And then he like sees some cool shit, and then he pulls out like 4 different cameras. in
yeah. He's got
succession.
like a fucking light sensor shit, and then he's got the camera, and I'm like, what? He's like, all right. He's like, all right, we gotta take a photo. We do this every time. I'm like, what? And he's like, puts a sensor up to me. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wait, what? What does that
He
mean?
like tells him like what, I don't know, aperture, shutter speed. I don't
tells
know.
you the white
Okay,
balance
he's a
probably
photographer.
or
Yeah.
some shit.
I was like, what? And then he takes out the. So I stood next to Taylor Swift, the skeleton, and he took a photo. So
Oh, I want to see that picture.
I was at
We'll
the
see,
I was at the
Fired.
fence and I was like, "What is that?" And it's a camcorder, and then he's like, before he can explain, he like pulls out a little fisheye and like puts it up to my face, and I'm like,
yeah, see,
no, please no. Like,
Not the fisheye.
but no, yeah, that was good. Any more questions? Give me.
We got a million more. Good question, by the way. How many times did Frankie want to leave Carl on the side of the highway? I can answer this question.
More than my
You
fingers
said he was a
and
good boy.
toes.
He followed all the rules.
He did follow the rules. I don't know.
Probably
I
like
don't-
twice.
I don't think, maybe once, if anything. I think we did pretty good.
I wanted to take my shoes off and shit. I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
you
If
know?
Carl
At
was
least
to,
one shoe off, not both. in
if
one.
Carl was to have free range, he'd be butt naked with crumbs all over.
That's
his
why I wanted to
stomach.
take the Sequoia, bro.
Do
Yeah.
whatever you
That
want,
shit had a
mate.
TV in it. Like,
Oh, it does.
Oh, we watched fucking a
we
movie.
we watched Top Gun
On
on
the way
Carl's
back.
phone. Like the whole movie.
For me, I wasn't watching anything. There was just bombs going off in my ears the whole time. I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna fall asleep at least.
I
You're
deadass
doing
felt
no
like I was
hezzy.
in a fucking IMAX Dolby like.
The sound
yeah,
system's
but
Yeah.
yeah, but when we were listening to music, it didn't sound like that.
Nah,
sounds
it's made for
good,
movies, honey.
That was crazy.
It was pretty good.
One of your favorite cars there, a memorable moment that occurred. Well, we did that. We did the moments already. So
Who you asking?
one of your favorite cars, we kind of did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Tucker Maxim. There's a lot of things in here we already went over. Favorite teams that made it to final bout for the first time.
D-Walking.
Like their first time there.
That was their
Yeah.
first time there. Like, I was like, is it your first final bout? And they were like, yeah. Like, well, we did Summit. And I was like, or Special Stage. I thought that was dope.
I don't know whose first time.
I
it was.
I don't either. Auto Real Dream was there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Was Fat Cats ever there?
Yeah. What?
I like their shirt.
I love Fat
That
Cats.
shirt
Shirt
is
is
really
good.
cute.
I made sure to buy
Yeah.
one of those.
I should have
They
got
had
one.
some pretty cool cars. Shout out to them too. They're cool.
Yeah. That Soar or SC is always a favorite of
Yeah.
mine.
best trackside snack.
Combos.
Well, maybe let's do specifically at
At US Air.
yeah, like let's do best food.
That sloppy
that
Joe.
Frito
No,
pie
that
thing.
Frito
That
bag
walking
thing.
taco.
I saw no one walking around with that, and Carl pulls up with like this Frito bag with chili, Fritos, onions.
Yeah.
It was so good.
$6
Where did
for
you
that.
get that
That's
from?
wild.
From the US Air place.
Yeah, me personally,
The sloppy
I think the
Joes.
regular US Air food
Was
is the
better.
cheat code. Like, don't even bother with the food trucks. Like the
I'm
lines
not
are
gonna lie,
huge.
The final bout 3 we went to, not the first one you guys drove.
Yeah,
The one
the
like
next
we
one.
all went as a group.
Yeah.
That food truck on I think it was
Oh,
the Friday.
I remember.
That thing was.
Well, what
Like,
kind of
I
food
haven't-
was it?
It was just like wings and like it was like barbecue food.
I had a
Yeah, they
burger
had a
and
food
fries.
truck there for some reason, but it was good.
I had a burger and fries, but by the time I got back to the pit or back to the booth,
Brats.
Oh,
there
the
was
brats
like
were bust too.
I had offered everyone the
Bussin'
fries. And I had
brats.
like 3 fries left. Actually, I think I gave my last 3 fries to Joe. Just wanted the burger, I guess.
the sloppy
but
Joes
you
were.
And dude, the food's cheap.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like you can't beat that. So I got one
Dude,
of everything when we went over there.
You bought like 6 tacos for like $25, right?
Okay, well that was a food truck.
But that's still wild.
It was $3.50 a taco.
Food trucks
That's
here are
so
like crazy expensive.
That's
Yeah.
true.
E-Town, it's like probably spend $16 on food just for yourself.
Look, man,
Yeah.
Evergreen, $6 for a honey mustard chicken sub. Boom.
Damn.
Best food you ate during the trip.
Culver's.
Culver's. Literally for us it was Culver's.
Culver's.
I feel like when we
I mean, I think the Korean barbecue's food was really good personally, but
I don't think it was that good because I had to cook it. You know when you like cook
Yeah,
things and
yeah,
you're like, I don't want to
yeah.
eat it.
I don't want to eat that shit.
Yeah.
After I
We
cook.
When
went to
you-
a Mexican restaurant. That was good.
when
Oh,
we
yeah.
all sat down at that Culver's, bro,
The
it was
recent
like
one?
it was like war, bro. Malcolm had a fish sandwich and a chicken sandwich or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we all had like 2
A
things.
burger. I had chili.
I had my cheese curds.
He had the North Atlantic cod or whatever.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
god.
I love that shit. That shit is so fucking good.
The signature sauce.
My
Malcolm's
fault.
like, you gotta have the signature sauce. I'm like, give me one of those too, please. Amazing.
The Chevy make it there and back, or did you take Carl Sequoia? That was Fischetti, and the Chevy made it there and back, and will continue to make it there and back.
No.
over and over and over again.
Bro, we would have been way more
Okay.
comfortable in my truck. I'm just saying.
Koya is
Maybe
nice.
you.
And I'll make it drive 90, just like you like.
No, please don't.
The governor.
That was one thing you said to me, like, yeah, the Sequoia, we don't go this fast in Sequoia.
I don't ever do that. This guy's doing like 95 allegedly.
It feels better at that
Allegedly.
speed. You can attest
I
to that.
really, bro, we're doing like 45 and the truck feels like it's going to fall apart. You do
a lie.
90?
I was cozy.
Feels
I don't
good.
know what you're
You do-
talking
you-
about.
You
I
do
was asleep in
90
the back.
and that bitch is just floating over everything.
Josh's truck is the same way. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Why is it like that?
I don't know. the slower you went, the worse it felt.
Yep.
True.
That truck just wants to be doing 90 miles an hour across America. All right, that's all it wants to
Crazy.
do.
Don't worry, I'll take the Koi when I tow the IS up there.
Gonna make it up them hills in PA?
Yo.
Yeah,
Got a
it's
some big
towing
ones.
package. Got the towing package. Daryl
So you
towed
good.
a heavy hydraulic
Yeah,
trailer.
you're right.
It says who got Amerivood this year.
Not us.
Anybody?
Fuck that place.
Yo, is that like a really bad hotel or something?
It's-
Bro, I didn't even think anything of it. I must have stayed at some sketchy places over the years because
You definitely have.
I didn't even remotely think that was bad.
I was sleeping in that room with probably 7 guys,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Mama, I'm scared."
Oh, you're still scared. Jeez.
That sounds so
But you had
fucking
Brendan
bad.
there to protect us.
Who?
You had Brendan there to protect us
Brendan was pulling up drunk as shit, like tumbling.
from the bowling alley at 2 a.m.
Oh my god.
Nah, Brendan would
I wish
literally...
he was here. This.
I wish he
this
was here.
event.
He would've-
He's
he would-
such a vibe.
He
He's
would
so
leave
funny.
the room, and this is how he would say bye. All right. See you. And I'm like, okay.
That's a good impression.
And he
It
left.
was. He's good at
He
impressions.
is.
It's really weird.
He left right away, and I was like, what the fuck? And that was the last time I ever saw him. Nah,
Yeah.
well, I last saw him at the booth.
And then he disappeared from the booth and took a
If
plane
he
home.
didn't disappear,
Remember that?
Wait, he did.
Yeah.
if he didn't, there would be no room for us in the truck.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
All
Like,
of us
when
and
we
and
surrendered
Brendan were
the
supposed to be-
RX,
Huh?
Remember that?
There would have been no room for us if Brendan came.
Remember
I would
that
have
shit?
probably like leave me on the side of the road. I don't think I could have done it.
I don't know what we would. Oh, I know what we would have did. Trailered your car back home, and you would have been inside of it the whole way home.
Me?
That would have been so cool.
Oh, I was like, what did I do?
That probably would have been what happened, and you would have been shitting your ass, dude.
That would have been cool
How
as
scary
fuck.
is
What?
that?
That's probably scary as fuck because
Like
you're
a-
just like, I have no control over
It's like
anything.
a 16-hour roller coaster.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sick.
roller coaster, Six Flags,
When are we doing that?
Fright Fest.
All right, so that's pretty much it for the podcast questions. Yeah, I guess that's a wrap for this one.
No.
We got Patreon. All the podcasts we did for this trip, all 4 of them are on Patreon. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow. Or there's already one on there right now. If you guys want early access to those, join the Patreon. You get
I'm gonna join.
you get early access podcasts. You get sometimes me and Malcolm like to do fucking 10-minute podcasts here, and we'll put something up. We have merch releases on there. There's 2 different tiers. So the second tier, if you're joined up with the second tier and we release a new shirt or something, you get a free shirt. So it kind of pays for itself.
I'm B tier 2.
Yep. Johnny's signing up tomorrow.
Free alignments.
Yeah. That's tier 3. No, I haven't thought of that yet. But yeah, so check that out. And if you don't want to sign up for the Patreon, these podcasts will be releasing over the next 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dang, 2 months.
yeah,
I mean, it's worth it. Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon.
Drinking
Yeah.
ain't free.
I
I'm
ain't
trying to
waiting
get
for
into a
that Josh
Beams.
podcast. You know, I gotta watch it.
I
Yeah.
wanna
He's
see
gonna make
Frankie
me
cry.
cry.
Yeah. Great. Awesome.
But to close this out, I just want to say personally, thank you for everybody to everybody who showed up to the booth and showed Princess, Malcolm, Frankie, Chris. Everybody was just showing everyone mad love, and like that's probably part of the community that I like and enjoy, as you can see, because I was enjoying myself a little too much.
I think it was the right amount.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I mean, I
was, it
wasn't
was. You weren't,
yakking.
like,
I wasn't like
messy.
blackout, like gross.
Yeah.
You were just enjoying yourself. That was it. You just enjoying.
Yeah, I felt
yourself.
so bad because at the
No
end of
one
the
was
day, I
like,
was talking to
"Carl's
Dave.
wasted, bro. Get him out of here.
I was
you know?
talking to Toge Factory Dave at the end of the day, asking him like about the K swap, and I legitimately was like, "So like, what would prevent me from going Beams versus this?" Like I asked it to the guy who designed the fucking kit. I forgot. I felt
The
so
guy
bad.
that's trying to sell you the kit.
But I mean, he's sick. Gave me the time of day, and I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
Very, very, very cool experience. If you didn't get to go out to Final Bout, I'm sure there's going to be media coverage all over that. Because don't watch our video; it's going to be horrible.
Also, we didn't put it up yet, but we have a new sticker for the podcast.
Yeah.
So
You were able to
Stickers.
buy it at
Stickers,
Final
yeah.
Bout
Stickers
first,
sick,
right?
too.
That was it.
yeah, final, and the same thing with the hats. The hats are up on the website now, but the stickers will be up there hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. We're really busy, so yeah, we're just trying to get everything back. You take 1 day off, 2 days off, and the shop's a disaster. So I guess that's a good thing, though.
Looks like a tornado ran through here.
Well, thanks to Johnny for hanging out with us. I mean,
Johnny's
Mr.
like,
Wine.
30 minutes. I'll hang out for 30 minutes. And then
Yeah, for real.
Guys here
Nah,
for
my
the full
little
pod.
sister went home, fed the dogs.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Aw.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah, so we'll see you on the next one. We're
Yeah.
gonna have a podcast coming to you guys next week from the trip, and then who knows what we're gonna do for the rest of the month. I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll wear a normal T-shirt next time.
What's up, Princess? You said something.
I didn't introduce myself.
Everyone knows who you are, dude.
I'm Jen.
Yeah, this is Jen.
I just called you Princess, I think.
It's okay, everybody does.
James already said, "Why don't we have Princess on here more often? She's better than Carl."
That's cap. That's
And I was like,
cap.
"That's fucking."
you are very
crazy.
good at this. It's kind of weird.
Am I?
Yeah.
Princess is good at everything. That's
Natural.
Yo,
Yeah, you're a natural.
I got a podcast. I got my own.
Yeah, you got your
Joe
own
Rogan
podcast.
Yeah.
hitting her up already.
Yeah. Yo, should we have our Princess episode? Let us know.
Oh, no.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I want a Princess. I want to show. We showed Princess how to drift episode because
Yo,
that would
I'm
mean you learned how to
down.
drift before you rode a bicycle.
That would be crazy.
Damn.
Damn, why you gotta put
That would
me-
be wild.
No, I mean that's more believable, honestly.
That's kind of crazy, though.
Teach me.
Teach me.
Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been episode 60 something,
63.
63 final bout coverage. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Congratulations. Proceed.
Nice meeting everyone.